First of all, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the stream, welcome all in. All you new people, Broken_Bones. Thank you for the follow, Broken. I don't know if you're in chat. That was 17 hours ago. I hope you're doing okay. Probably not a good name for someone that just got their driver's license. We don't want to put that out into the universe. But Broken Bones, welcome. Thank you for the follow. And I think I'm all caught up. Asheville Boomsticks, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen the chat. Hope all is well. Off in the boomstick land. Don't cut the D-Block Dragon. In chat as well. TX Jenks. All right. We got the crew here. I think we're ready to go. Okay. Streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and pre-TWIPT, post-TWIPT as well on Thursdays. You know what? As I like to do Mondays and Tuesdays, it is giveaway time. Come on, Jeff Steelflex. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? Exclamation ticket, exclamation enter. It is DKing395 who is listening the best. Gold star for DKing395. Paying attention. First one in. Not necessarily going to win as first one in, but you never know. All right, now the entries are coming in 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Oh, all right. Everyone wants those 5 free packs on a Tuesday. So we'll let that go for a few minutes. Bounty time as well. Yeah. Yesterday's bounty, DKing395 swept me. It wasn't my most glorious bounty, but then really, which one is? Seriously. I need to bring back my Nick Nolte slides of how many days since I've won a bounty tournament. I finished in the top 4. I don't know if I've ever won a bounty this cycle, though. It's been dry. It's been dry, folks. The desert out there. Water. Someone bring me water. Help me. Help me recover. Yes. All right. Here is the bounty. If you want to get in, that's the tournament you can enter. Perfect Draft 107. It's one of the 7-minute ones, so you do have a little bit more time. And there you see the rules. Pretty simple. All your pitchers have to have hold runner of 60 or less. So probably you're going to get a lot of lower level pitchers. And batters have to have stealing ability. Now be careful. Not stealing, not aggressiveness. It actually has to have stealing ability of 60 or more. So you do have to open up some cards there and look at the profile to see their ability. So we want guys that can steal successfully, and we want pitchers that can't hold them on successfully. So you might have to play around with your sliders too in this. Going to be curious to see if we can get some running going on. Can we get some 1980s kind of base stealing action? Perfect Draft 1 speed draft, 7 minutes. I think I'm in the right one. Let me just double check here so you guys aren't signing up for the wrong one. Let's see. I think I got 107. It's 103. 103. There is no 107. It is ID 103. Lap. Come on. Professional. Everyone's probably in chat because I'm not looking because they're all scolding me now. Teacher, you made a mistake, teacher. Ha, ha, ha. Teacher, you made a mistake. No, I didn't. Look, it says right there. And until you show me visual proof, I'm going to stick by it. Students, you were wrong. ID 103, 7-minute draft. I was wondering, it's like there's only 3 people in it. What's going on? This usually fills up very quickly. ID 103, 7-minute draft. It's Throwback Tuesday. Come on. When you travel back in time, you're going to make the odd error. At least I don't have a red cowboy hat on. Welcome in, As Tiger 98. As Tiger 98. I hope you're having a very wonderful 25th year of life, coming on 26. I hope you have a happy birthday in the near future, As Tiger. And Not Really CJ. Okay, if you're not really CJ, who are you? Like, we don't want fakes here. Come on. This is not a fake follower stream. If you're not really CJ, come on, come clean. Who are you? Are you JC? Are you ABD? Are you BOB? Or are you BOYB? Who are you? Thanks for the follow. And Omega Om TV. Well, we got to shout out Omega Om TV. Looking for the best scientific information anywhere in the universe. Do you want to find out about black holes, about quasars, about pulsars? Do you want to find out the geometric shape of our universe? Follow Omega OM TV. Streaming 12 days a week, because in his universe, there is no time. Time is not linear in Omega TV. Only on the History Channel. $5.99 a month. All right. Thank you, Omega OMTV. Okay, I better start considering drafting here because it's full. And if I don't draft, the clock is going to run out because you guys like to do that to me. Oh, no. Warbot likes to do that to me. Run out my clock. All right. So again, follow the rules. Follow the rules. 60 is your magic number. Hold runners of 60 or less for your pitchers. Speed ability has to be 60 or more. Okay, hold runners. So you got to do a lot of opening. You only have 7 minutes. Hold runners, Jack. I cannot take you. And you may have to bench some people. Unfortunately, stealing ability. See, it's the third one down here. That's the one you're looking at. Stealing ability has to be 60 or more. So Abner, I think Abner is the play. Let's go Abner. Ken Griffey Jr., you've got to have stealing ability. Ooh, just qualifies. 61. It's got to be 60 or higher. Or do we want Art Devlin, who is making a guest appearance on Omega OM TV? Catch that on the History Channel Sunday at 9:32, because Omega TV does not start at the usual times. He is Omega TV. Let's go Ken Griffey Jr. Ooh, do I have a speedy catcher? Those are going to be tough to find. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat. Take that. I dare you. Find me catchers for your team with stealing ability like Molina. Glad I checked you out. So sorry, Ken Griffey Jr. I know there's a lot of Mariners fans, but we got to do what we got to do. Heath Jackson. Ooh, Jackson, 67. You qualify. Let's take a future legend for center field, as John Fogerty would appreciate. Colt Keith. Ooh, Colt, buddy. Colt, what are you doing, man? 14 stealing ability? 14. What is the bounty? Blue Void? He's on mute. Can someone type out the bounty for him, please? Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake. See, if you're only on video, I'm pointing to stealing ability. There you go. You do hit dingers, but you can't qualify, Colt. Come on, someone needs to train you to run a little bit more. Stealing ability of 72. Rennie, do I have a second baseman? I do not. You got good BABIP, and you can steal. Let's take you. And how about Kelly Downs? Ooh, you can hold runners way too good. Tim? Oh, Tim, you and Colt. You and Colt need to go into the base game and to the player development and start working on your stealing ability, because that is horrific. Well, I'm running out of options here. Stealing ability 72. Okay. Thank you for posting that, TX Jenks. All right. We're running out. I got to draft this quick because I may not have 7 minutes, buddy. But Mr. Herzog, yes, stealing ability is good. Andre, 64, you qualify too. Oh, Tim, I should have checked the catcher there. I got to check every single catcher here. 67 stealing ability. Well, I'm taking you while I can. Hold runners, too good. Okay, Jim Beattie, too good. This game is much different than last year. Many pitchers have really good hold runners this year. Last year it was, 37. There we go. Dick. We got another Dick on the team. What is it with me and Dicks the last couple days? Like everywhere. Here's a Dick. There's a Dick. Everywhere there's a Dick on my screen. Ah, man. That's the, Jared Sorry. What's up with these catchers and stealing ability? Okay, we're going to take you. And who else? Who else? Hold runners is way too good. Might have to take some live guys. Hold runners of 48. Welcome. How about Mike Timlin? Nope. I'm not even reading chat because I'm sure Boiled Egg has some smart aleck remark. You will not find this content on Omega OMTV. Oh, no, no. It'll all be scientific, factual evidence. It will be to the 17th decimal point accurate. Jim Archer. Okay, you guys quit distracting me. I'm going to run out of time. Jeff. No. Okay, now I'm starting to panic. The timer's running down, and I may even have less than 2 minutes. Kurt Simmons. Kurt. No. What round am I in? 8. Stealing ability. Okay, good. Now it's just a matter of taking anyone. Pedro. 95. Sean Newcomb. 59. Sean Newcomb. You get to join. You barely qualify. Okay. Pitchers. 51. You don't have much control, but you can pitch. Todd Frazier. You can steal. I need you. I need you, Todd. Todd. Old runners is too good. AJ? Nope. Gary Lucas? No. Bob? Will you friend me, Bob? Get out of town. Okay, can't take any of those guys. What do I need? I don't need shortstops. I need first base, center field. Stealing ability 69. 69 is over 60. Yes. And Jim. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. No, I can't take you. Ed, 57. Oh, Chipper, come on. One more has got to qualify. Chip 66. Okay, Chip. Oh, 31 seconds. I'm panicking. 60 is good. Barely qualifies. 57 is good. 2 more rounds. I need Johnny. 37. You're not a good hold runner, but you're good enough for me. I will support you. Javier, 53. Okay, Javier, you're on. Okay, how many? I got 7. I'm just gonna gamble here, and I'm just gonna take every pitcher I see. I might have to bench some. Whew. I need a drink. Ah. That's not a bad idea for a bounty, TX. That's not bad. The way I'm pulling dicks, it's not a bad idea to have that kind of bounty. Man, oh man, oh man, just everywhere. Okay, now the question is, did I get compliant? Who do I have to bench? Junior Thompson? Sorry. So 3 out of 5, I got lucky. 3 out of 5 times. Stump, the reserve roster. Now, Stump, you don't qualify for this team anyway because, I won't say it, but Stump. Boiled egg. Come on, man. Get to work. Come on, man. This is going to you're going to have to put parental warnings on this published book of yours. 18 or over. I swear, it's all baseball related. Okay, let me go. Make sure I'm compliant. It is fired off. So if you are in the bounty, you need to go and double check. Now that it's fired, go into your team. And I am playing this Lakewood Lumber Company pack only. Welcome, pack only, Baffle 99. All right. I don't think I've ever played you in a bounty. First of all, we're going to check if I'm compliant because that's more important. Hold runners. Okay, I did not bench these guys. Junior Thompson, that's why you need to double check. Junior Thompson and Stumpy. Stump on the bench. Okay, hold runner 60 or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm good with that. I'm good with 11 pitchers. Who can come in stamina? Who's got some stamina? Ben Cantwell. Well, Ben, you can well today. You will pitch well because you're going in as my number 5 guy. All right, what was the other one? Stealing ability has to be 60 or more. I am compliant. Look, chat, I am compliant with 2 catchers. Did I fill out my lineup? Look at that. Even in the iron round where I just randomly picked every pitcher, I have all a full bench. Except Mr. Merrill, you can't back up 5 positions. That will not go well. We'll have you back up 3, 2, 1. Liftoff, Omega OMTV. Only Sunday nights at 11:33 on the History Channel. All right, we're back in 2 minutes. I'm going to fix my roster while the break is on, so I'm going to stay on here and not put on the tunes because I gotta fix my roster. So this is bonus coverage for you subbers and recipients of gift subs from this wonderful community. Here you get some insight on how you can improve your play. I'm just a fake bounty drafter, but you can improve your play. If you're on mute especially, you can improve your play. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Strategy, stealing bases, baby, oh baby. We are going to go all in on the base running. Don't worry about hit and run. Who sacrifices in this game? We're not squeeze bunting or bunting for hit. Pitch around. Let me check my pitch around here. What's my control like? Johnny, and that's about it. So pitch around. We don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't mind walking some good guys. Hold runners? Absolutely not. You guys are horrible at that. Infield in, play corners in. Shift, baby, shift. Shift, baby, shift. Hook my pitchers. Don't care about matchups. 97 and 81. We'll throw some openers in there just in case. So I'm taking a little bit more effort on this one today because I've got a feeling that I could go far. This could be the day. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Go back to my pitchers. Pitch around or hold runners. Good. Control. Let's give a little more control to these guys for pitch around. Open player profile. So new players out there, even though D-Block's not with me today, we are going to give you a few tips. Well, I'm going to give you a few tips. If you have pitchers with really good control, that's where you can go into the individual strategies, set game strategy, and maybe boost their pitch around a little bit, boost it up a little bit if you want. Go and take Mr. 86 control and boost up his pitch around a little bit. You can get the corners a little bit better. Guys with bad control, like this guy here. Guys, Why didn't you talk me out of this? Why did you not talk me out of this? Oh, sorry. Thanks, D-Block, for enabling it. And then I disabled it, and now it's enabled again. Chavo Delecho 88 says, let's go emote only because Chavo Dello Balacco, he likes pictures. He likes avatars. He likes bouncy things. So we're going emote only for 10 minutes. Keep an eye on that, D-Block. If I forget, turn it back. Turn it off in 10 minutes, please. So look at the control of this guy, Kelly. Oof. So his pitch around is going to be, he's going to be way down here. You are not pitching around. You try pitching around, you'll probably hit people. Frank, pitch around. Esteban, pitch around. Boost you down a little bit. And we'll boost you down a little bit. Submit. All right, now for my hitters. Stealing ability. Okay. So we're going to boost a couple of these guys. Stealing. Boop, boop. Your ability. Boop, boost you up a bit. I'm curious to see when all is said and done, how many stolen bases we have in this tournament. And even you're not fast. I'm not going to boost you up too much. But you're smart with your stealing ability. Okay, let's go check who I play. This is your bounty round 1 matchups for 5 packs if you eliminate me. On the left-hand side of the bracket, we have the Niagara Falls Swingers, run by Pitbull 311. They'll be facing off against Family Silos. Double is the manager. Gambino is the name. Do not double cross. You get it? Do not double cross the Gambinos. Next up, we have the San Diego Jackalopes, run by T. Davis 92107. They'll be taking on Washington Park Rangers, run by our good friend Sean Sultan. Next up, we've got the Fairfield Pine Cones, run by Pine Cones. Vern Gregg getting the first start. And they will be taking on those Marana Sidewinders by AZ Roar Tiger 98. And finally, we've got the Alexandria Safe Zone, run by No Razor. Carl Mays. And they'll be taking on Minerva. Get on my Minerva, 9398, Craig Swan, starting off for him. On the right side of the bracket, we have the 72s by Fussmucker 2. They'll be taking on D-Block's Bone Bruisers. Ooh, that could be the matchup of the round right there. As Redeni is back in the bounties, Aaron Nola on the mound for the Red Shirts. They will be facing off against the one-day Boomsticks or the day 1 Boomsticks. Doug Draybeck. Next, we've got the St. Louis Browns, run by Old Delano, who was, I think, second in chat, just beat out by Sporer today. He's got the count, and he's got Pascuala Perez as his ace. They will be taking on the Hart Attacks. Corey Hart, Kevin Hart, the Hart Brothers. There's a theme team for you. Captain Gary. And finally, we've got, as I mentioned, we got some wood going up against Hound, the lumber company. I hope that lumber is not warped. We do want warped wood because maybe I can win then. We've got The lumber company taking on the Hound and the Gladiators. Okay, let's make sure lumber is compliant. Where is the lumber company? Hold runners. Oh, they got to bench 2 players. They got to bench Steve Barber and Tony. Tony and Steve do not qualify to play. So if you don't know how to do that, open their profile, go to set bench to 60 days or go set to reserve roster. Just in case that hasn't been done, and same with Tony. Otherwise, your pitchers are okay. Your hitters, Biscuit's in the chat. Biscuit GM, welcome to the stream. For all the new followers today, here is a little bit of Hound action.
Hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
All right. Thank you for the follow. And Lakewood Lumber, you do have warped wood. You got some warped wood. I want a refund. Baffle, you got to bench Dick. You got warped wood. Dick is not eligible to play. Come on. Dick on the bench. He's warped wood. Steve Cox, what is going on here, guys? Come on. Dick, Cox, and Dick have to be benched. You're trolling me, Lakewood. That is a troll. There's no way that would have been done coincidentally. Dick Cockdicks on a team called Lakewood Lumber. That we are in the Matrix. Man, oh man, oh man. Just because, Mr. Boiled Eggs, probably his fingers are sore writing all these quotes down. We got to give Boiled Egg a break. Oh, thank you, D King, for redeeming the Hound Biscuits the first time we hear it today. Kitty. That one goes out to all of you out there who own cats, have kittens, and have a lot of litter bills, like myself. All right, so once again, we got 2 minutes before the first game. I hope you get compliant there, Lakewood. Lakewood, if you're in the chat, there you are. You're in the chat. You're shaking. You got the rage going on here. Okay. You got the high there. Lakewood Lumber. If you've benched Dick Cox Dick, please put a dog emote in the chat. We've got 2 more minutes of emote only chat. I want to see a dog if you're compliant. Come on. Or a picture of, EVC, because he always likes to mention wood on his channel. Come on. Well, the first sim's about to come in. We will find out if we need to chop wood. We may need to pull the nails out of that wood because it may not be compliant, because we're only on emote only chat. So I'm going to spam a bronze tournament. It's full. Every time I go and try and enter a tournament, full. I got to wait a few seconds. And I see another redemption. Mr. Kellick. Mr. Kellick. You got, which one of these pills do you want, Mr. Kellick? Do you want the red hat or do you want the regular hat? Which cowboy hat do you want Lap to wear in this Matrix episode? Will it be the red or will it be the regular? I'll wait for your response. It could go one of two ways. We could have a lot of people turning off their cameras, or we could have a lot of people turning off their sound. All right, emo chat is off. Thank you, D-Block. The best mod out there. Germany produces really great mods. And Volkswagens. It didn't take him long to decide, folks. If I could not be humiliated anymore, seeing a team named Lumberwood draft a Dick, a Cox, and a Dick ineligible, falling flat with those names, he wants me to put on. Howdy, partner. The red hat is on. Thank you for redeeming the biscuits. I hope I meet you in a bounty one day, because this cowboy will be taking you down. Okay, let's hide Lap. Oof, oof. That red was too bright. It's like an eclipse. Okay, game number 1 is in, so let's go check the game number 1. What do we got? What do we got? We've got a 9-1 Wood victory. 9-1. That's some solid oak you've got there, Lakewood. Like what are you running? Mahogany? Cherry wood? I've got a bunch of twigs. Okay, now the moment of truth. Did you make your team compliant? Or did it not work out for you? Let's check it out. Lakewood Lumber. Pitching. Hold runners. All good. Now the question is, did you hide the dicks? Stealing ability is done. All right. Woo! Well done. Well done. He did. He paddled me with the wood. Speaking of retro, back in the day, teachers used to do that. They'd get out that little wood paddle, bam, 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 wrap your knuckles. I never did that as a teacher. I never touched, hit, slap, pushed, anything like that. No, 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 no. But back in the day, when I was in school, that kind of stuff happened. Yes, thank you, Baffle. This is a family channel. Thank you for putting those all away. I just, if that was done on purpose, if that seriously was done on purpose, it's like we worked out a routine prior to the show. Okay, so this is a best of 5. So we still got a few more games to go. Game 1 is in the books, and I'm glad that you were compliant. If I do win, I either have to face the Heart Attacks or the Browns. So I'm just going to do a quick check on those two teams just to make sure they are compliant. Let's check the Browns. Hold runners under 60. Good. And the heart attacks, hold runners, not under 60. So he could be benched. He could still be on the roster for benched. But if the Chattanooga heart attacks are in the chat, please make sure that Jim Handy Boy. I'm serious. What's up with the names in this draft today and the theme? Come on, like we are in some sort of weird matrix. Was it the effects of the eclipse? What's going on? And who's the other one? Ken Britt. Did he pitch? No. Okay. So I'm hoping you've got these guys just on the bench, or easier, just put them on your reserve roster, because you can't win the bounty if they pitch even a third of an inning. Let's check out the hitters for the Browns. Stealing ability, 60 or above. Wow, Mondesi. I hope you cranked up his base running, Mr. Brown's manager. Best friends forever. And who's the other team? Hart. Stealing. Oh, yeah, you've got a bench. Check. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. Thornton. I need to end this stream and I need to take a cold shower. Thornton, seriously. Also, George Mitterwald, Robin Ventura, and Brian McCann need to be benched. Wow, absolutely, it's too late. It's too late. If I meet up against the heart attacks, they cannot claim the bounty because they are not compliant. They did not take the deal with a couple players. Okay, so if I do win, I have to hope that I come up against the Browns because they are compliant. The timer sneaks up on you quick when you're also, yeah, I know. You saw me drafting, right? Like I was out of time when the last round hit. So it's like click every pitcher and hope that some of them are compliant. And it kind of worked out, even though I lost 9-1, kind of worked out. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Thank you, Mr. Kellick, again for being Canadian. I am Canadian. Okay, next up, brought to you by Minerva. Minerva has brought you today's Matrix, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But again, OOTP this year has a special partnership with the Hall of Fame. And we want to kind of incorporate the Hall of Fame into our Matrix series. Last season in OOTP24, I did the Babe in the Matrix. Babe Ruth played on every single team in the majors in the 2023 environment. And he did not win a World Series in any of his appearances in 2023. This year, we're changing it up a little bit. We're still in the Matrix. We're using the current April 1st, 2024 rosters for the major leagues. But every week, we're going to throw in a Hall of Famer and a TWIPT card that has been recently released. So a new card release and a Hall of Famer appearing on the same team in the Matrix. And today, it is being sponsored Helm Biscuit-wise by Minerva. He has chosen the player he wants in the Matrix. Our TWIPT card, our new release card, I thought it would be appropriate. The biggest prize, at least in terms of rating, was the Nolan Ryan card in the PTCS. Congratulations to the 10 of you, including our very own Caged Wisdom, who won one of the tournaments. DA 186, a fellow affiliate, was the bronze winner. But Nolan Ryan was the first place prize for all our PTCS winners. And by the way, if you missed it, Dish put a post in the Discord. There were some tournaments that were not put into the overall standings for points in this last week. They fixed it. They awarded the points to those that deserved it. So if you felt that you were robbed of some points because some of the dailies weren't included, those have been fixed, and moving forward, they should be fixed. So that was posted in the Discord today. So that is going to be our TWIPT representative. Nolan Ryan, it's going to be his 1989 year because that's the year on the card. He was a 42-year-old playing for the Texas Rangers. We're going to put him onto the team Minerva has chosen. The player, the Hall of Famer that Minerva has chosen, you guessed it. How could it not be? Minerva and his Kansas City Royals. Yes, Kansas City Royals, George Brett. And he wanted the 1985 version of George Brett. Again, kind of in the peak of his career. Horrible, horrible memory for me because the Blue Jays, I believe in 85, lost out to the Royals. Other Blue Jay fans or Royal fans, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 1985 when they lost out in the AL finals or something like that. It was not a good memory, but he wanted George Brett to come in. And of course, George Brett is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 1999, so he qualifies. So coming up a little bit later, I'm going to put out the Google form that you can fill out to be part of the Matrix. All right, on a break, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. Go refill the beverage. We'll check in on the bounty, too. See if I'm down 2-0. Welcome back in, Hunter Sky. Raise your glasses for Hunter Sky 6. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Dog Pound. And collect those hound biscuits. And you too can do things like play special clips of songs that everyone loves. You can also make me wear the red or regular cowboy hat. And you can design a series in the Matrix, just like Minerva has done this week by spending those hound biscuits. Okay, so before I release the form, it's not ready to accept responses yet. I'll leave it open for about 30 minutes. Before I do that, I want to go and do the early bird giveaway because it's been percolating. 50 entries. Going to close that off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a few seconds for the delay. Let's see if we can get up to 69. Holy smokes, look at that. Look at that counter go. Okay, as soon as we get 4 more, we're closing it. 2 more, 1 more. Exclamation. There we go. It is closed. All right. The winner has to be here. I'll give the winner 5 minutes to send me a whisper. Otherwise, we'll draw another name from these 69 entrants. So hopefully you're here. The winner is Naspace. Hey, Naspace. Give Naspace a shout out there, D Block. Join Naspace, a fellow affiliate streamer.
Winner.
He is the winner today. Nas, just confirm that you're here. Again, Nas, I'm pretty sure I know your main account, but send me a whisper, Naspace, of the perfect team account that you wanted to go through. Yes, get those horseshoes going. Streamer luck. Streamer luck. All right, we'll do some more giveaways in a little bit. In fact, the big one for 10 packs, I'll kind of explain how the Matrix giveaway works because some of you, this is your first time hearing about the Matrix series. We had to delay last week's because of the power outage, and then I brought D-Block on Thursday. So there was no Matrix last week. So we are starting in OOTP25 with the rosters as of April the 1st. So we're not at the beginning of the season because the season started off in Korea and most teams as of April 1st have played 3 to 6 games. I think Kansas City has played 3 or 4 games already. So kind of keep that in mind when you're coming up with your predictions. We are putting the 1989 Nolan Ryan and the 1985 George Brett onto the 2024 Kansas City Royals. So we import them into the game and then we play the season out. We let the AI make all the decisions. I do not run anything. So if they decide to, demote someone to the minors or bring someone up, I don't think it'll happen with the Hall of Famer and 2 Hall of Famers, but you never know. I need your Twitch name. I need your OOTP perfect name. Will the Kansas City Royals with George Brett and Nolan Ryan make the playoffs? That's the first question. If you get that question correct, you're still in the giveaway, and we go to question 2. How many regular season wins will this Kansas City boosted team have? If you get that question right, we go to question 3. What will be the regular season home run total of 1985 George Brett? Regular season only. Remember, he hasn't played the first 3 or 4 games. How many regular season wins will the 1989 Nolan Ryan have? And will the Matrix team make the World Series? Not will they win the World Series, but will they make it to the final 2? Couple tiebreakers. What will the regular season WAR total of Nolan Ryan be? And tiebreaker number 2, what will the regular season hit title? Now notice both of these say without going over. So if you're 1 over and someone is 12 under, they win. If it's still tied after that, then the remaining contestants will be put on the wheel and we'll spin to find out who the winner is. Okay. Before I release the form, though, I want to show you what kind of the lineup will look like because you kind of need an idea of where are they going to put Nolan Ryan, where's George Brett going to fit into the lineup. So I'm going to go into the game file. And for those of you that might want to do this on your own, I'll kind of show you how you can design a matrix series. Really easy to do. So you go into the base game and you start up a new game, a new MLB game. I started on April 1st, so this is kind of my template because I saved this as a quick start so that I don't have to form a new game every week. I can just use my quick start game. So you can start a new quick start or you can save your current one as a quick start. Then you would go into MLB, reports and info, go down to free agents. You go to your action screen, import historical players. just like that. If my game doesn't want to crash on me, there we go. You choose the third one, historical database. You click confirm. It's going to bring you to this screen. Now, when you're on that screen, you need to use an outside source. And in this case, it's Baseball Reference. So you go to Baseball Reference, you type in the player that you want to import into your game. And at the top here, in the website address, right before the period at the end, it gives you some letters and some numbers. In this case, it's RYANNO01. So it's usually the first 5 letters of the last name and the first 2 letters of the first name. Because Nolan Ryan only has 4 letters, it's just the 4. So whatever that series of letters and numbers is, for George Brett, it's BRETTGE01. Whatever those numbers are, you go back into your game and you enter that into this first box here. So it would be Brett GE01. And then you put the year that you want to import that player from. So in this case, it would be 1985. And I don't play around with any of these other settings. I simply click import. And when you do that, it puts him on the free agent list. So here is the George Brett that will be playing within the Matrix today. He looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right. And again, this is the George Brett from 1985, 26 years old. Actually, no, this is the wanted the peak one. I believe Minerva wanted the peak one. Minerva, if you're in the chat here, Minerva, correct me here. Did you want the peak George Brett, one of his best years, or did you want the 1985 George Brett? Because I put in the peak one, but I can change that very easily. Thanks for the follows here. Zizzo Juve, Beantown Bro, and peak is fine. Okay. And thank you, S Royal B. Cowboy hat comes off. Yes, a good stretch once in a while. Okay, so we've got the 26-year-old peak George Brett, 1979. He had 212 hits, 329 average, a 6.0 WAR. It could be the 1981 too. I'm not sure because of the age. It probably is the 1981 because he will be 27 soon. So yeah, we've got a good George Brett here. In fact, I think it's the 7.6 WAR George Brett. So he will be in the game. The other player was Nolan Ryan. So again, same thing. You put in the code that you want. And this is the 1989 because that was the year on the TWIPT card for the PTCS. So here's what Nolan Ryan looks like in the base game as a 42-year-old. In real life, 1989, he went 16-10. 320 ERA and a 7.5 WAR. Now, once you've imported the players you want into your game, the next step is to go and put them on the team you want. So you click on the player, you go to editor, and another warning here, when you start up your game, you have to make sure you're in commissioner mode. You cannot do this if you're not in commissioner mode. So you start up, you go into editor, you scroll down to the very bottom where it says team information. You select the major leagues, and then you pick the team you want him to play on. In this case, it's the Kansas City Royals. There you go. There's Nolan Ryan in a Kansas City Royals cap. You go back to the free agents. You go to your other players that you've imported, George Brett. Same thing, editor, scroll to the bottom, put them in the majors, and put him on the Kansas City Royals. George is back. Mullet, they like to call him. Yeah, this is the 1980 version of George Brett. I always like to save right away, just in case something happens. I don't play with any of the other things in the editor here. I don't touch any of those. I just put them on the right teams. And now when I go to the Kansas City Royals, I'll look at their pitchers. This is the information you have to fill out your form. So right now, Kansas City has played 3 games. They're 1-2. Real life stats. This is their real life team as of April the 1st. And in real life, they went 1-2 in their first 3 games. So it looks like, to start anyway, they've got Nolan Ryan as their number 1 pitcher. Reagans, Waka, Singer, and Lugo. And in terms of hitting, they have put George Brett in the cleanup spot. Go figure. So George Brett, the only 5-star player on the Royals, they've got him playing third base. I don't know who their regular third base one, probably Garcia. So they've got Garcia on the bench now. And there you go. George Brett will be playing in the number 4 slot. So again, I've showed you the ratings. I've showed you how to import them into a game. Again, just every once in a while you want to save. We're going to let the AI take care of everything. We'll kind of go month by month and update you on how they're doing. And those will be the questions you have to answer. So if you want to enter the Matrix contest, very easy. All you have to do, one person in the chat has to put !Matrix. And we'll give it some time. We'll give it like a half hour for you guys to fill things out. And then we'll play it out. Is it not working? Maybe I have to do it. Oh, no, it's there. Yeah. So old Dylan will put it in there. And I think there's like a 13-second cooldown or something. So you should be able to do that. I'll actually pin it there. Okay, so you got a little bit of time. We're not going to jump into it right away. Let's go back into the bounty and see how I'm doing up against that Lumberwood company. Packs only team. If I'm going to lose, make it to a packs only team. All right, I'm down 2-1 to Lakewood. So they had me on the ropes. And I came back to win game 3. So 9-1 in the first game. They destroyed me 8-6 in game number 2. And I came back to win game 3, 4-1 on 8 hits. Zerpa, winning pitcher. Let's take a look quickly at the stolen bases. I'm curious what those are looking like. So let's go to team statistics. Let's go to batting. Stolen bases. Look at that. Day 1 has 15 stolen bases. Holy smokers. 15 stolen bases. 4 from Pete Browning. 4 from Bryson Stott. I mean, he's got 85 ability, not overly aggressive. This one I understand. Pete Browning, if you're in the chat, Boomstick still, did you crank up your stealing on these guys? Because you've only been caught 2 times. So you're 15-2. So you're this is working well. The hold runners being low and the stealing ability being high. The only other team with double digits is the team I could be playing. Delano, old Delano, has got 10 stolen bases. 5 from Mr. Torres. You did fully crank them up? Yeah. How about you, Dylan? Did you crank up a couple of these guys? Yeah, Trevor Story, that injury. And there's certain guys you root for, especially when they, are later in their career and they change teams and they're still playing at a pretty high level. Yeah, sad about him and a lot of these pitchers that are going down too. The Atlanta guy, who's that guy now? Strider, right? Was there any news out about Strider? Last I heard is there was a little bit of a strain or something, but do we know how long he's going to be out? Yeah, I mean, you can't feel too bad with the money that they're getting, right? They are making a pretty good penny. So the Browns and the day one, how's that impacting their day one? Well, the Browns, it's worked out for them because they beat the non-compliant team. So way to go, Dylan. Old Dylan, congratulations. You beat out the heart attack team that was not compliant. Game 4 is in, and I have tied it up. Lakewood, don't look now. I mean, good on you. You scored 1 in the bottom of the 9th to tie it, and that usually happens with me. But then I scored 2 in the top of the 10th. Let's take a look how that took place. Bottom of 9, you got a solo shot from Ohtani. Well, go figure. 3 home runs for this guy. Oh, man. I guess I can't be too surprised, but I kind of am. 4 games, and he's got 3 home runs for Lakewood. That's some good quality wood there for Ohtani. And then bottom of the 10th, or top of the 10th, ground out. So 2 outs, top of the 10th, and then I got a solo shot from the future legend to tie the game. And I wasn't done. Jackson Merrill. So back-to-back future legend solo shots. You love to see it. Unless you're the team I'm playing. So we're going to a game 5, buddy. Lakewood Lumber Company and the Hound going to game 5 in the Bounty, winner take all. Wow, I don't take anything, but for you, it's winner take all. So who do we have as a pitching matchup here? I've got Ben Cantwell. Don't like that home run suppression. And who are you sending out? Who is the Lumber Company sending out? Oh, you're going with a slightly rested Ohtani. Ooh. Well. He's tired as a relief pitcher. He's okay as a hitter. And he's slightly tired. You are going with the 4-man rotation. Wow. Yeah, homers from the Matrix. Well, we got a lot of 2-2s. On the left-hand side of the bracket, almost every series is tied at 2. The only one that is decided is the Fairfield Pine Cones. So congratulations to the Pine Cones on moving on to the quarterfinals. And on the right-hand side of the brackets, it was the Bone Bruisers taking out Fussmucker's team 3-1. And the Red Shirts tied up with the Boomsticks. The Browns, of course, swept, and we're tied up at 2. All right. We will come back to that and check in on game 5 in just a little bit. A lot of game 5s going on. And yes, the red cowboy hat was not my choice, folks. It was thanks to one lovely member of chat who cashed in the Hound Biscuits. So the Matrix, again, it is pinned in the chat. If you want to enter in, there's lots of people here. Enter into the contest. You can win 10 standard packs if you are correct. So good luck. Again, if you're unaware, the OOTP team has just bestowed me with a couple tournaments in my name, which I'm actively keeping track of. And the newest one is the 6L, the late version of the lower level leisure lounge. It's the 1993 environment in Skydome. And for each of the 2 tournaments, yes, Ezra gets to show it off. I love watching Ezra at night. I'm usually just not trolling him, but I'm usually, what's that called? Lurking. Usually lurking because I got other things going on, but I love watching him draft his 6L team. So if you want to get involved, it's not too late. We're still fairly early in April. You can win 20 standard packs if you are on top of the leaderboard at the end of each month. Yes, yes, D Block. Not only is he a great mod, but he makes me accountable. It was my decision to put it in. Okay, we're on a break here, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we are back. We are back. And again, the Matrix giveaway form is posted. It's pinned in the chat there. So if you haven't entered yet, fill that out. How many entries do we have so far? We've got 23 entries. So you got a 1 in at least 24 chance if you enter into the contest for 10 packs. Really easy to do. It's pinned there, or you can simply type !matrix to bring that link up as well. Okay, let's go back on and look at some other things I have here. In the 5L, before today, of course, we have the standings looking like this. The Mill Basin Yankees, after winning back-to-back tournaments the last couple days, they have taken first place in the 5L tournament. So this is a team and a manager I'm not familiar with in chat. Please, Mill Basin, if you're in chat, just say hi, because I'm not really familiar from a community standpoint. I'm familiar with a tournament standpoint. I see this name a lot in tournaments and want to shout them out. The Mill Basin Yankees, they are currently taking the lead for the 20 standard packs. Midway Defenders, very, very close. The Manchester Worker Bees. Rich Rock. Okay, Rich Rock is the Mill Basin Yankees. Okay. Okay, now I've made that connection. Excellent. Man, Rich Rock, what is your secret? Because in last year's version of the game, you were one of those teams that did well. You'd make the final 32, 16, 8, the odd time, the final 4. You might peek into the top 2, but you never won one of the tournaments or one of the monthly tournaments last year. It was the Hoosman, it was Makadkar, it was, I forget, Spore, I think, won one of them. Or maybe he won this one, but he did win one of the tournaments. So good stuff. Mill Basin Yankees, you are just crushing it. Good stuff, Rich Rock. In the 6L, Mill Basin is up there too. Mill Basin is tied for 3rd place with 4 points. I believe they have 1 victory. I think, Rich Rock, that came yesterday or the day before. It was a recent win, I think. And I am currently tied for 1st in the 6L. So I do have one victory, one second place finish, but the Verndale Vikings also have a victory and a second place finish. So I put them at the top because if there is a tie involving me, I'm going to give the award to whoever I'm tied with. So right now, I've been pretty successful in the 6L. Mind you, I got crushed yesterday. So 2 different tournaments that you can enter in. One is the 1976 environment in Jari Park. One's the 1993 environment in the Sky Dome. No DH in either, so your pitcher's going to have to hit. You'll get 4 points if you finish first in the daily, 3 if you finish second, 2 if you finish third, 4 if you 1 point if you finish fourth. And I add up all the points and add them to the leaderboard here. So good luck if you're entering. Remember, it fires off 9:20 a.m. is when the new one pops up, and 9:20 p.m. And they fill up usually within an hour or two. So you can't wait too long. 64 teams get in there pretty quick. Having a lot of fun with those, and it's great seeing a lot of the same names over and over. What else is going on? What else? Oh, I see something good game. Well, that could go either way. So let me go and check the bounty. I was down 2-0. I won game number 3. I won game number 4. Let's go check it out. Oh, yes. Good game indeed, Lakewood. Good game. 3-1. So a sweep there by the Browns, I believe. Old Delano, your sweep gives you a little bit of rest, and now you have to take on the Hound. So 4 hits to 5 hits, really not really a big offensive game here. And my number 5 guy went 8 strong innings. So D-Block and I talked about on stream on Thursday about how these low stuff guys can do well for you. I didn't expect an iron guy in a draft where there are perfects, diamonds, and golds to do this well. But he held the opposition to 4 hits, 1 run, only 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So I'm still in favor of the low stuff. You know, if I have to eliminate any of these, I like to reduce the stuff. Man, that was a pitching performance. Ohtani, again, he only gave up 4 hits. What did he give up here? 3 hits. But he was tired. He wasn't fully rested. So that may have been the deciding factor there. But, I mean, Cantwell only gave up 1 run. So regardless of how rested Ohtani was, he still probably would have taken a loss. So fantastic series now. So the quarterfinals are set in this bounty tournament where whoever defeats me will get 5 packs. The family silos run by Double are taking on the Jackalopes. We've got Pine Cones taking on Minerva's Skull Hearts. We've got D-Block and O's Bones taking on Ezra, who comes through Ezra. I know you were talking about in chat how you were kind of the underdog there, I think, against the Boomsticks. Look at that. Ezra's got 7 guys in his lineup. Wow. Ezra, if you're here, who is your leading performer? Like, who is the guy that you would consider your MVP of round number 1? Who would that be? Who would it be, Ezra? Can someone help Ezra out? I can't quite tell because I'm not on his page. Who was the MVP for Ezra? You know, sometimes on a stream there's synchronicity, and sometimes boiled egg. Hey.
I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love with you.
Egg, hey, Egg, you cannot blame me this time because, Ezra was in your park. Ezra was on your side. Ezra was on Team Boiled Egg. And so if Ezra is supportive of not playing that song, why would he draft him? Why? Why would he draft him? You would think Ezra would take one for the Boiled Egg team and say, I don't care, I'm not picking him. There's a chance he could become MVP of round 1. Oh yeah, D-Block and I don't know cards. We don't know cards. Well, we don't know every card. That's true. But we know Kitty, and Kitty, when he gets backed into a quarter, Kitty performs average of 368, leading Team Ezra into round number 2. You got to love it. You can't plan for this stuff. You just can't plan for it. So there you go, Boiled Egg. You can give Ezra the glare. Okay, Minerva, I think that sounds like a plan. Or is it right here? Well, we can't have it spread. I don't know if we can have this spread. So Minerva's taking on the Pine Cones, and we got D-Block taking on the red shirts. And yeah, we will keep following the tournament throughout the evolution. Okay. Tied in the league lead for stolen bases as well? What? Kitty? In all fairness, Kitty is not a monster. He is not. Oops, this is the wrong tournament. Kitty is not a monster. Please do not see him that way. He plays well in many tournaments. Does he have bad tournaments? Absolutely. There is no guarantee if you draft Kitty, you may get one of the bad kitties. You may get a kitty not in a good mood. But when we look at the statistics, let's see where, if we can find any kitties here. He's got to be here. Oh, there he is. He's number 5 in on base and slugging. He's number 5 in hits, tied for 4th with hits. He's first in doubles on Ezra's team. He's second in total bases on Ezra's team. And stolen bases, someone mentioned stolen bases. I don't see him stolen bases, not on the leaderboard. That's Pete Browning. So yeah, that made my day. Thank you, Ezra. Thank you for putting him on your team. What I want to know is, does anyone else have him? Ezra. All right, Ezra. Ezra, you are alone. The only person this would work out better with is if Boiled Egg was in the bounty and he had him on his team. That would be the only thing to make it perfect. Okay. Can someone type in exclamation matrix so we can bring up the form again? Because we're just a few minutes away from closing that off. Exclamation matrix. Boiled Egg would skip him on principle. So is that a message for Ezra? Next time, Ezra, I can't wait until the 6L when Ezra has him offered as a choice. Oh, Ezra, tell me you got in tonight's 6L. So I can check that out. What are you saying? You can't get anything done in 7 minutes properly? What? You had 7 minutes. How much time do you need? Ezra. Oh, you did not? You'll be in tomorrow's? Okay. So we will not get a chance to see that on Ezra's stream tonight. By the way, lots of things coming up in OOTP. Check out TJ Lowerman tonight with his Brave series. He should be on at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to get those OOTP drops, you'll get them with TJ tonight. As far as I heard, that is still going on. And of course, we've got the EMLB streaming with the commish tonight. I believe they come on at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Dr. D will be following me today. So we'll see some more of his version of the 64 team March Madness coming up. If you haven't heard, there are a couple, well, actually 4 limited edition cards that were released yesterday. One of them was not named Kitty, so you don't have to worry about more options for me to play that song. We have Wally Moon, a 77 overall silver card that is in packs for the Dodgers, and we have a Texas Ranger, Jim Sundberg, in the lineup as well. Of course, with the eclipse, Spore likes to do fun little things like this from time to time. And with the moon and the sun, 2 great cards to have. I just hope when it's Appreciate Your Pet Day, we see a better Doggy Miller and a perfect Kitty Bransfeld. Come on, make it happen. Also released yesterday, Hank Aaron is in the game as a silver 1974 card because it was on that date, 1974, where Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, hitting one off Al Downing. So Sporer thought, hey, let's put Downing and Aaron into the game yesterday on April the 8th to celebrate that record-breaking home run. So if you're a Dodger fan, EVC. If you have Dodger theme teams, EVC. You've had 3 limited edition Dodger cards come out. You had the pitcher come out, the perfect pitcher, last week. And then this week, you've got Wally Moon and Al Downing. So Ezra, I'm sorry, man. Like, you must just be having, the last 24 hours must be really rough on you. 2 new Dodgers in the game, and Kitty is round 1 MVP. Just, I hope Squirrel is there to comfort you in your time of need. All right, so we did the giveaway. We drew the winner for the giveaway, but we are going to, give me a second here. If you missed out on the first one, the second one is now underway. Exclamation enter, exclamation tickets. If you want a chance to win 5 packs, Minerva was the first one in. Minerva was listening well. So we'll keep that going, and we'll draw that one a little bit later. The second early bird draw. Again, typically Tuesdays, Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, someone that I've communicated a lot with, shared a lot of advice with. He's given me a lot of advice in the game. And one thing we have in common, we love the lower level cards. We absolutely love playing tournaments, perfect drafts, looking at these cards when they come out. We are probably the 2 guys that get excited the most when a new Iron and Bronze come out. Like, seriously, we do. We get pumped up when those lower level cards. We don't care as much about that perfect future legend. We care about that 68 overall Brock Holt that might come out. Or who is that? Who's that third base? Bobby Estalella that came out. Like, we get excited at the lower level cards. So if you are new to the game, there won't be, the professor is not with me today because we had a lot to get through in with the Matrix and things. Plus, not a lot of new lower level cards have come out recently. But D-Block was on with me last Thursday. He was also on with me March the 26th, where we kind of went from the very beginning of starting off an Iron team. So if you're new to the game this week, if you've just downloaded OOTP and you want to get started in tournaments, we recommend Iron tournaments to start with. Go to the VODs and we baby step you through some of the things you should be doing right from the very beginning. We give you a few good Iron cards to put on your team. And we also showed you on April 4th how we have won packs with a very basic Iron team. And one of those packs I opened up yesterday. And you know what was in that pack? I posted on my Discord. It was, I can't even remember now. Does anyone remember who that card was I posted in the Discord? In a regular standard pack from just a basic iron tournament that I won. That we won, D-Block. That we won. It was, who was it? It was, no, it was not a combo kitty. No. Okay, give me a sec. I got to look it up now. Posted on my Discord. It was Fire Poles. Dan Bruthers. It was Dan Bruthers. Perfect Dan Bruthers was in one of those regular packs that D-Block and I won when we put together our Iron team in that March 26th episode. So again, if you're new to Iron, it's a great way to get started, to get your feet wet. By no means are we experts and we're guaranteeing you victory. Far from it. We are giving you that foundation to start with an Iron tournament team. And again, there are new players out there that sometimes get intimidated and don't know what to look for in a card. We break it down for you in these two streams. So go check that out, March 26th and April 4th. If you're on YouTube, you can also check out the archived videos on YouTube. Just go to my YouTube page, go to the live section, and both D-Block and my tutorials are there. So D-Block and I will be back in the classroom next Tuesday to give you some more advice on tournaments, the lower level tournaments, and any new cards that come out. We'll take a look at those, like the Al Downing card. We'll give you our opinion on that Al Downing, who again is a batter and a pitcher. Notice you only see the batting here. Believe me, his ratings as a pitcher is much better. So if you're looking at Al Downing and going, that's not a good card, well, you would be correct in terms of batting, but he's not primarily a batter. Okay. Tomorrow I am back with my version of March Madness, the Community Showdown. And in my version of the showdown, 63 of you have chosen a team from the past that you are representing. And if they win, you win. So far we have 6 teams that have advanced to round of 32. We have IBDB's 2001 Seattle Mariners. We have the Sav 510, 1917 Chicago White Sox. Minerva's 2015 Kansas City Royals. Mimsa's 1969 Orioles. And 2 people chose the 1906 Cubs, and both of those teams advanced. Sean Soul 10 and Mr. Wrestling 2. So they go on to the round of 32. Tomorrow we'll have 4 new teams vying to go to the next round. Whoever wins the entire tournament, at the end, they are going to get some packs, and they're going to get a special gift that I'm going to physically mail out to them. So looking forward to seeing who the ultimate survivor is in this March Madness series. So that will resume tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern. Hope you can join us. There will also be a giveaway where you can predict who will win amongst the 4 teams. All right, back in 2 minutes' time. Enter the giveaway. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Get your name in. Back in 2. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome all in, everyone. Happy Tuesday again. Rating over to Dr. Dynastic at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, make sure you enter the contest for the Matrix series. If you're just joining today, you have a chance to win 10 packs by filling out that form right there. Very easy to do. Thank you for the follows, Rokerus, and also Art Ziab78. Art Ziab78. Welcome to you. And I hope you're, what would it be, 22, 40, you're about 46 years old, 45, 46, 47 range. Hope you're doing well. And also thank you to S Royal B, who wants to start this segment out with a little bit of Dave's
Plus, it's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want?
16.
Let's play ball. Okay. Today. Let's play ball.
We're talking about right-hander Dave Speed. Dave Speed. Dave Speed.
Speed.
Plus,
it's the last inning.
All right. If you know, I'm a big Dave Steve fan, and yeah, wherever I got that recording, it's obvious that the person that recorded that recorded off like a TV or radio broadcast or something, because the audio quality is not the best, and I'm not an audio guy. So if anyone knows how to clean things up in an audio program, reach out to me on DM, and I can send you the clip, and you can clean it up for me and make it sound a little bit more modern, because I don't know how to do that. So that's the best that you get. Huge Dave Steeb fan, and I've got to talk about Dave Steeb a little bit later. But let's look at the tournament. Let's see where we are in the bounty right now. So 1-1 between the Silos and the Jackalopes. We got Minerva crushing the pine cones. How dare you crush pine cones? Squirrels depend on those. We've got the Bone Bruisers, Ezra, what is going on? Who do you have on your team? Who is on your team that is taking you to these heightened, victorious, momentous occasions? And of course, I'm tied up with the Browns 1-1. So the Browns won game 1 6-2. I won the second game 6-2. So we're pretty even there, old Delano. You and I both with 6-2 victories. Bring it. Very cool to see that we're all tied up. And if I do win, I get to take on, oh, please let me take on Ezra. Please, one time, let me take on Ezra. Oh, I would be at such a conflicting dilemma. Do I want to beat Kitty, or do I want Kitty to win? That would be rough. I do not want to have to make that decision. So let's take a look at who we got going here. In game number 3, I've got Zerpa, who pitched well in his first start, 1-0 for the Hound. And for the St. Louis Browns, Gavin Williams, who also pitched well and took the victory in last series. Okay, so that should be pretty close. You've got a 5-man rotation. Looks like your roster is fairly full. I had to bench 2 guys because they were not compliant, and I don't think you did. Now, the question is, first of all, let's take a look at the stats. Stolen bases. Because for those of you just joining, for my bounties, usually I have weird kind of rules. And today's weird rule was you could only draft pitchers with hold runners of 60 or less. And you could only draft hitters if their stealing ability was 60 or greater. So the point was we want to see a lot of stolen bases, pitchers that can't hold runners well, and hitters that have a lot of stealing ability. So let's take a look at steals now. Oh man, 163 stolen bases in the tournament. I don't know how this compares with regular tournaments, but it's got to be far and above. 79 caught stealing. So I don't know what the math is there. What's the ratio? About a 55% success rate, 60% success rate, somewhere around there. 21 stolen bases for Ezra. 29 stolen bases for Boomstick. And just crushing it. What is up with one team? D-Block. D-Block, you're bringing the numbers down, my friend. No stolen bases? I wouldn't think, and no caught stealing. Do you have your sliders cranked down to the bare minimum? D-Block doesn't. This is D-Block's team. He goes to his strategy, and he's got stolen bases like over here. Wow, 0 stolen bases and 0 attempts. I would not have believed that. Let's go check out the famous Ezra player. Where is he? He's got to be on the leaderboard somewhere. Doubles. Second in doubles. Got a 177 OPS plus, 583 slugging. All right. He's kind of, look at that. He's got 4 hits in his last 3 games. So against D-Block, he's hitting 500. Looks like a little less than 500 because he had 5 at-bats. Okay, well, we've got 50 seconds before the next sim comes in. So while we're waiting for that, let me go back to this window here. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket if you want a chance to win 5 packs. Time is running out before we do our next draw. So we're going to look at which teams are going to participate in the round of 64 tomorrow and who those managers are. So if your team is drawn and you win tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern, you'll win 10 packs, just like Sean Soul and Minerva and Mr. Wrestling, IBDB, who am I missing? Memesa, all recent winners. So we're going to shuffle 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the first series tomorrow, with home field advantage, in this best of 3, it will go to Longoria and his 1993 San Francisco Giants will be the home team in game number 1. All right. Let's find out who they will face. The visiting team in game number 1. Will it be a Giants? They will be taking on those 1984 Detroit Tigers, managed by Canados. So Canados, if you're in the chat, hope to see you tomorrow. Pops Dongore, I know will be there. That will be the first game or first series. Series number 2, the home field advantage will go to good things happen when the Giants play the Tigers. Well, we're going to get some San Diego Padre love tomorrow because we've got Run Blake Run and his San Diego Padres from 1998. Run Blake Run. They will have home field advantage, and they will go up against Jeff Steel Flex and his 2006 Cardinals. Well, Jeff, let's give you a little bit of dancing music here. Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Give it to us. The 2006 St. Louis Cardinals. And Jeff Steel Flex. All right. For those that don't know Jeff Steel Flex, usually during the breaks, he provides our entertainment with dancing emotes. He must be busy right now. Okay, so those are our two series tomorrow. So tune in 5:30 Eastern. The winners of those two series will win 10 packs each, plus someone from the community that enters into the contest will win 5 packs. Once again, we have the 1993 San Francisco Giants run by Pops Dongoria. They'll be taking on Canados 1984 Detroit Tigers. And in series number 2, home field advantage to the 1998 San Diego Padres run by Run Blake One Run. They'll be taking on Jeff Steel Flex and the 2006 St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, giveaway number 2. We're going to close that off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. 95 entries in this giveaway here. So now Space won the first one a little earlier on stream. Winner number 2 is P01Y Carp. Name I'm not familiar with. So again, we'll give them 5 minutes, him or her. We'll give this person 5 minutes to whisper me and let me know what their perfect team username is. If I do not hear from them at 2:20 Eastern Standard Time, we will draw another winner, as we had to do yesterday. Johnny Balls, thank you for the follow there, Johnny Balls. Welcome to the Dog Pound. So once again, P01Y Carp, P01Y Carp. If you're in the chat, please send me a whisper. Let me know what your perfect team username is. Your countdown has started. You've got like 7 minutes to claim your prize. Okay, let's go check in on the bounty, and then we're going to close off the form for the matrix. D-Block or someone in chat, post exclamation matrix one more time. Give one last chance to enter that contest. All right, let's check it out. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, St. Louis. Old Delano has taken a 2-1 lead now in the bounty. I did score 3 in the bottom of the 9th, but it was nowhere near enough. Got crushed. Stolen bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it easy, St. Louis. 6 stolen bases against me? Come on, man. I only had 1, and this guy here was caught stealing, which kind of makes sense. Holy smokes. 2, 1, 3, 2 stolen bases for Cowens, 2 stolen bases for Mondesi, 6 stolen bases. For those of you that are new to the game, this is not common. You typically don't see a lot of stolen bases. We drafted players to see a higher stolen base rate, and it is working. Because right now, we've got Day 1 with 29 stolen bases. We've got Starfleet with 22. And we got a team with 18 and 17. So, yeah, there are a lot of stolen bases. 181 stolen bases and 84. One of you mathematicians, tell me the success rate. I'm guessing it's probably about 55%. Wow. Let's check out the tree. In round two, the Jackalopes have a 2-1 lead over the Silos, and the Pine Cones have staved off elimination. The Skullhearts still up 2-1. Of course, the Browns are up 2-1 on me, and D-Block is hanging in there. D-Block is not making this easy for Ezra. It is now 2-1 for Starfleet. 68. Oh, thank you, Storm Hound. Hey, good to see a fellow Hound in the chat. Thank you, Storm. That's a pretty good success rate. While we're at it, let's go, before we do the matrix, let's go check out the 5L from this morning. We should be getting pretty close to at least the quarterfinals. I lost to this guy here who apparently is back in these tournaments. Got a new logo. D. Dempsey did very well in the PTCS. I think he finished in the final 4. D-Block, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he had a final 4 finish this week. So yes, D. Dempsey has been on a panel with D-Block, and I did a roundtable in OOTP24. Hopefully we can do it again. I'd like to get some more community members doing a roundtable and talking about cards, but he's busy working 5 days a week in the classroom. He is one of the fellow educators like myself and many of you that play OOTP. Yes, I was a teacher for over 30 years in the classroom, high school social studies. And D. Dempsey is the same. He's a high school social studies teacher. So we have more Knights of the Round Table. Charles, did you hijack Hero Driver's name? That would be something I would expect out of Warbot. There is your pun of the day. Hero Driver, good one. Yes, always the bridesmaid for D. Dempsey. He's going to take one of these times. Yeah, we did. We had a lot of good stories. I told stories in the classroom. I was very visual, very dramatic at times. Go figure. Brent, your favorite subject was social studies. Awesome, good. It's one of those subjects like math, you either loved it or hated it. And it all depended on the teacher, right? Always depended on the teacher whether you loved or hated social studies. Good teacher could make it one of your favorite subjects. A bad one could make it extremely boring. And the curriculum kind of depended on the curriculum too. Some of the concepts in the curriculum were very tough to make exciting. Oops, I kind of exited out of the 5L. Wanted to check in on that. Tournaments, 5L, should be this one. Let's see, is Rich Rock still in it? Again, I lost out to D. Dempsey, and we are currently in the semifinals. So we have our point getters now. We know who is going to get at least 1 point. Chess Safari, unfortunately, lost out getting to the semis, losing to the Pack Luck Rides on Wheels. I don't think they're a pack-only team. We had the Wildcats defeating the Oranges 4-3 in an exciting series. We had the Granville team beating the Portland Sea Dogs, who I believe is Caged Wisdom. I think that's Caged team. And we had the Manchester Worker Bees, another really strong team. They defeated the Little Lebowski team. So our final 4 are set. In the semifinals, it will be Pack Luck Rides on Wheels against the Wildcats. Neither of these teams have finished in the final 4 yet. And another final 4 first, I believe, with the Gryphons taking on a team that's been there a few times, the Manchester Worker Bees. So good luck to our finalists. Okay, last couple slides, and then we're going to finish off our Matrix series. Again, tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern, the teams have been determined. Who will join the Orioles, the Cubs, the Royals, the Mariners, and the White Sox in the round of 32? Will it be the 93 Giants, the 84 Tigers, the 98 Padres, or the 06 St. Louis Cardinals? We'll find out tomorrow. Before I stream Thursday's TWIPT content, EVC and I will be on Thursday morning. So catch us Thursday morning for the Amigo show on at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. So check that out Thursday morning. And then after TWIPT on Thursday, come on back for the post-game show. And we do some trivia. We look at some of the cards that were released, a few other giveaways as well. So check that out on Thursday. And we're about to get back into the Matrix. So if you're filling out the form, you got like 2 minutes left. That is it. Fill it out quickly. Want to mention some other streams coming up tomorrow morning. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon will be on at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you don't follow this guy, he'll shout himself out because he's one of my mods. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon on tomorrow morning. Following D Block, EVC and NYC2 will have his Guess the Set contest. So he has a cool giveaway where you have to guess which cards are going to come out on Thursday. And as long as we get the teaser today or early tomorrow, he should have that ready. Dr. D will be on after EVC tomorrow. And then we've got many other streamers, including Ezra Denny tomorrow night and tonight at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So check those streamers out, many affiliates that you can follow for your drops and great content. Okay, we're back with the Matrix after this 1.5 minute break. Be back in less than 2. right, welcome back in, everyone. Good to see you on this Tuesday. Again, Dr. Dynastic will be coming up, and then we're going to have the EMLB with the commish and his online league simulation where you can create a player and get them into his league. And then we're going to have Ezra coming on. We're going to have TJ on. Ezra will be on after TJ, so go get your official drops on the official channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. Ezra will be coming on right after that. And yeah, just a full day of OOTP coverage. And then wake up in the morning with your coffee, your croissant, your bagel, your OOTP open and ready to go, because tomorrow morning, Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon will be back with you and his excellent content. All right, looks like we have 44 entries, so we're going to close off the Matrix forum here. And yes, Brent is right. You get 10 packs. You're going to get 10 packs by watching the affiliates and TJ tonight, including some silver too. At least one silver. I don't know. Do affiliates give out silver packs for the last drop? We might. You never know. I pulled the Dan Bruthers yesterday in a regular pack. Maybe my best pull so far. So let's take a quick peek at what our group is thinking here. 44 entries. Will the Kings with George Brett and Nolan Ryan make the playoffs? 77% are saying yes. How many wins will they have? 52% are saying a 91 to 109. Sounds reasonable. Home run total for George Brett, 20 to 34. Wins for Nolan Ryan. Wow. Nolan Ryan, 15 to 19 wins. Will they make the World Series? Only 3 people are predicting the Royals to make the World Series. Then we have our tiebreakers. Nolan Ryan's WAR, everything from 3.1 up to 17. And George Brett hits anywhere from 5.9. Injuries are turned off, by the way, all the way up to 212. I think someone might have been thinking WAR for that one there. I'm guessing whoever put 5.9 was thinking that was a WAR question. All right, chat. It is time for the Hall of Fame in the Matrix. After one more look at the bounty. Game number 4 in round 2 is in, and St. Louis Browns on the ropes. I'm calling them on the ropes. Rocky Mountain Gladiators have come back once again to tie up a series, scoring 7 runs in the 7th inning, Dylan. Ouch. Ouch. 7 runs in the 7th inning, and I take the game 7-2. Newcomb with the win, Washburn with the loss. He gave up 4 earned runs, stolen bases, a little bit light, 2 for you, 1 for me. And now, are any other series going game 5? Did D-Block come back? Did Minerva stave off those pine cones? Well, the Jackalopes will advance to the semifinals. They defeat the Silos. The Skullhearts and Minerva will advance 3-1. And Ezra and D-Block are going 5. So the right side of the bracket have 2 game 5s. Oh, yeah. We're going to hide the scores here. No spoilers. We're going to wait for this result. It is in the process of simulating 2 games that we got to check in on here. Will I move on and make the semifinals? I told you I spent a little bit more time on the draft today. I thought it through a little bit more. Let's see if it pays off. Good luck, Dylan, in game 5. The sim is in. Hunter, yeah, they posted that a little earlier. Trevor Story out. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, let me hide this just in case there's a spoiler. And we haven't done this in a while, so let's do it now. Dylan, who is here, we might as well show you the highlights of game 5. Once again, Ben Cantwell looking for a miraculous start. He won game 5 in the first series, and he doesn't start off very well, giving up a dinger to the first batter he faces in this series. 344 feet for the count. All right, the Hound at the plate, 2 on, 1 out, and that is driven into left field. Can't see it there. Come on, game. There we go. What were you doing down there? Having a picnic? 1 run will come in, 2 runs will come in, and the Hound gets a couple back after giving up 3 runs in the first. Okay, Cy Williams at the plate, 2 out. Williams down the right-hand line. That's going to tie the game up. And what was the 3-0 lead has disappeared. It is now 3-3 between the Hound and the Browns. Go Gladiators. All right, we head to the bottom of the second. 2 on, Ben Cantwell. Don't have a lot of faith in him. Lifted into center field. That should be an easy out, and it is. Second out of the inning. Runners have to hold. Brown Hound. Yeah. We had a Hound in the chat a little bit earlier, and we got a stray in the chat. Andre Ethier. He will take a walk. And look at those lovely Rocky Mountain Tesuiji created uniforms there with the gold and the black top. Love it. All right, 2 on, 1 out, full count. Todd Frazier looking to break the tie. Oh, he goes down swinging. Come on, guys, double steal. Well, we're going to the top of the 4th now. Game tied at 3. Chipper Jones at the plate. He drives one deep into right field. Say goodbye to that one. That is over the right field wall. And the Gladiators, for the first time in the game, have taken a 4-3 lead over those St. Louis Browns. All right, I'm not liking this. Ben Cantwell, 4th inning, 2 out, 2 strikes. The Count, who hit a home run earlier in the game, and the Count drives that one into right field over the gasoline fire. Don't look now, folks, but the Count is on fire. Couple jacks in the game, 387 feet. Ben can't pitch well against the Count, apparently. 4-4. What a barn burner. We go to the top of the 5th now. Middleton on for the Browns in a 4-4 game. He strikes him out. 2 out, runner on 3rd. Heim, who had a great double to drive into earlier, he drives that one into right field, and he matches the count. 1, 2 home runs for the Gladiators. The Count had a couple, but now 1 back for the Hound. It is 6-4. We go to the top of the 7. Ethier at the plate. The Gladiators again rip one, this time over the lemon soda sign. Ooh, lemon soda. Get yours by watching Omega TV Sunday at 9:33 p.m. Eastern on the History Channel. Sponsored by Lemon Soda. 7-4 now. We're in the top of the 8th. Cliff Curtis on for the Browns, looking to control things, and this one is deep and gone. Wow. The Gladiators are gladiating today. 369 feet. There's some synchronicity for you. It is now 9-4 for the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. And I think we can pop the tab off the champagne because this one may be over. Although we got Dick pitching, and Dick gives up a single to center field. Runner advances. No, runner holds on second. So 9-4 game. 2 on, no one out for Al Cowens. Cowens to short, over to second for the force out. They cannot turn 2. And the Gladiators get out of the inning, giving up no runs. We go to the top of the 9th, 9-4. Curtis still in the game, and he will give up another solo jack. The Count could not catch that one. He is staring at that one and going 1, 2, 3 home runs for the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. It is 10-4 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Browns Delano, good match, my friend. I did not expect to win 2 Game 5s with a 48 overall iron pitcher in Ben Cantwell. If I go any further, this guy is my MVP. I mean, he didn't have a great game, gave up 3 earned runs, 3 2/3 inning. But the fact that he was still in winning games, that amazes me. So once again, the Gladiators will advance with a 10-4 victory over the Browns. So their base running prowess is now over. And I go back to the top of my rotation. The question is, who will I take on? And it will be who reverse swept Ezra Denny. I will not get my dream matchup of getting to face Kitty. Instead, I will face one of my good friendly nemesises in Don't Cut the D Block Dragon and his Bone Bruisers. Wow. So in the quarterfinals, we have the Jackalopes going up against the Skullhearts, and we have the Bone Bruisers going up against the Gladiators. Again, just to make it official, we will go and check the Bone Bruisers, make sure they are compliant. All their pitchers hold runners under 60. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they got 10 pitchers in their rotation. And hitting wise, ratings, all their hitters have to have stealing ability 60 or higher. And that works out good. So that's fun. I've played 3 compliant teams so far. And I expected to make the semis, and I am in the semis. And now it really gets tough. So I've got the most home runs with 14. What else is going on here? Steals one more time. Team stats, batting. 2 teams with 29. Starfleet, so Ezra tied for steals with the Boomsticks, both now eliminated from the tournament. 199 stolen bases, 104 caught stealing. So again, high 60s, mid 60s kind of steal rate here with the criteria that we were using. Good luck, D-Block. All the best. I've gone 5 games, and I think this one, based on both of us going 5 games last series, is going to go at least 4 or 5. FKN Kamish. I don't know if that beats Hero Driver's comment earlier. Dick wants to hide now. Well, Kamish, man, it's like your ears were ringing because there were a lot of references early on in the stream to just that kind of thing. And look, just when we thought we forgot about it, you bring it back up. Kamish on tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch with the EMLB. Catch them. Go Montreal Expos, who had a great win last game. I can't do Howard Cosell. I don't think I can do Howard Cosell. A. Stormhound with the updated stats, stealing success is 66%, which we'll probably never ever see in a league again. You got 3 on forced bench, so great chance for you. I've got 2 on forced bench too. So I got 2 pitchers on the fort, but I've got 11 pitchers though, so not as big of a difference. So I think it's pretty even. Okay, here we go. We're on to the Matrix, folks. Kansas City Royals. Let's double check. They should have 42-year-old Nolan Ryan. There he is. And in their hitting lineup, they should have the 1980 George Brett. There he is. Brett and Nolan Ryan are in the Matrix for today. Sponsored by Minerva. By using his Hound Biscuits, Minerva has selected George Brett, and I put in the TWIPT card, which was the PTCS version of Nolan Ryan. Okay, well, we're going to go and take a peek at game number 1. The premier game of George back in Kansas City, played in his entire career with the Royals. And Nolan Ryan will be on the mound. So how can we not take a look at this game? We're not going to play through it inning by inning, but we're going to watch a few of the highlights here. We got to watch George with his first at bat, and then we'll watch Nolan with his first pitching appearance. Here we are in Oriole Park as the game is ready to start. Kansas City will lead off with a ground out to first. One away. Dean Kremer on the mound for your Orioles. Vinny is at the plate, and he is going to get one into center field. That is going to be a base hit. That will mean George Brett will come up to the on-deck circle. Bobby Witt Jr. comes to the plate. Runner on first. Witt drives that one. That is going to fall in front of the right fielder. And George Brett is going to make an appearance in front of the Baltimore crowd here with 2 on and 1 out up against Dean Kremer. Once again, this is what George Brett looks like in 2024. 26 years old, and we're playing his 1980 version. Can George deliver the first RBI of the Matrix? Here's the pitch. George drives that one, and that's going into the gap. George Brett to the Major League Baseball sign. 1 run comes in. Here comes a runner from second. He will score, and George Brett with a stand-up double. 2 RBIs. Welcome back, Mullet. Okay, let's go to the top of the bottom of the first inning. It is 3-0 now. Nolan Ryan, 42 years old. Again, this is the 1989 version of Nolan Ryan. Here you see what he looks like in terms of his profile. And in real life in 1989, well, they don't show it because this is the version we're playing. I believe he was 16-12. All right, let's see what he can do against Cedric Mullins. Ryan with the pitch. And a pop-up, shortstop moves back, and we'll take that for the first out. Doesn't pass the eye test. Can't be good, yeah. Misplaced Hall of Famer. Nolan Ryan gets Adley looking. Oh, high heater. Strike 3. What a pitch. Let's rewatch that one. Oh, 94-mile-an-hour fastball by the 42-year-old. Adley sits down. Take a seat, young man. You're going up against Nolan, the Express. Gunnar Henderson now. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Gunnar, deep, right field, and gone. If there's anyone that can get to Nolan Ryan, it is Gunnar Henderson, who gets the Orioles back on the board with a solo shot. So almost a near perfect inning for the 2 Matrix players. George Brett gets a 2-run double, and Nolan Ryan gets 2 out, but now faces Santander. And that pitch is low. Yes, the control may cost Nolan a little bit here. Can't like that, hero driver. 2 on, 2 out. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. And he strikes him out. Again, another great pitch there. Was that? I don't think it was a fastball. It was a fastball. 96 mile an hour from the 42-year-old youngster. Yeah, he did give up a lot of solo shots. All right. Well, we're going to sim ahead a little bit. Let's go up to the 6th inning. 5-2 for Kansas City. They will get 2 more runs in the 3rd inning. George Brett is currently 1 for 2, so the only hit so far was the one we saw. 2 RBIs, and Nolan Ryan still in the game. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Could we see a Cy Young from Nolan Ryan this year in Kansas City? Let's jump ahead to the 7th. 6-2, 7-2. Go to the top of the 8th. 8-2. Nolan Ryan still in the game, 11 strikeouts. 7 hits given up by Ryan. We go to the top of the ninth, and Matt Sauer will be on for relief, so we won't watch Nolan Ryan finish off the game. It will not be a complete game, but your Kansas City Royals, sponsored by Minerva here, they take an 8-2 victory. Holy smokes, George Brett, he had a day, didn't he? 3 hits, 2 runs, a double, a home run, 3 RBIs. He's pretty good, but look at that eye. He's pretty good, even despite that eye. Yeah. Nolan Ryan, 11 strikeouts, only 2 walks. One of them that we saw in that first inning, gave up 2 earned runs, 125 pitches, and George Brett is your player of the game. All right, as we sim ahead to the next month, we're going to take a break. You can watch the simming take place here. Back in 2 minutes' time. Wow, Royals, could they make the World Series? Really? Could it happen? Welcome back in. We are in the Matrix with the 2024 Kansas City Royals, who have a couple guests on their team. 1980 George Brett and 1989 Nolan Ryan. And before we continue on, you can see the standings right there. And look at that. The Kansas City Royals are first in the AL Central. And when the Kansas City Royals are in first, we have to celebrate that. And how do we celebrate that?
Winner.
Well, we do have a winning team so far, but that's not what you guys came to hear. You guys came to hear this, sponsored by Tim Benjamin Poker. Tim did. Tim did. Tim Benjamin Poker did. Blame Tim. Blame Tim.
Get back, get back, get back, you flea-infested mongrel.
All right. Tim, thanks for redeeming the Helm biscuits there. Are you awake, boiled egg? Boiled egg, are you awake? Are you here? No comment? Did you fall on the floor? Someone call 911. Boiled egg is not around. Pops Dongoria, though, was dancing to the tunes, replacing Jeff Steele Flex, who must be busy right now. Jeff, if you're in listening range, your name was drawn as one of the teams that's going to play tomorrow. You will be the visitor. The 2006 St. Louis Cardinals will be playing the 1998 San Diego Padres tomorrow in the showdown, community showdown. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just posted that, so you're not ignoring me. Don't pass notes under the desk anymore, boiled egg. Don't do that. Yeah. Loco. Absolutely. Pops and Jeff getting the shout out. Yeah. Pops is Giants playing tomorrow. They'll have home field advantage. And then Jeff Steele Flex and his Cardinals will be taking on the Padres. So Padres, Tigers, Giants, and Cardinals in action tomorrow. All right, let's go take a look at how these two players are doing. What do we think for Nolan Ryan? I'm going to say 4 victories in April. Ooh, Nolan Ryan is 5-1 after the first month. Only loss was 3-0, so he didn't get any run support in that game. The Express is on fire, folks. For those of you that predicted 20 or more wins, he is definitely on pace. He's on pace right now for, what is it here? Wins. 26 wins. I don't think that's going to happen, but if he does, he's going to win Cy Young, hands down. I know, revelation. Let's see, George Brett. George Brett is currently hitting a paltry 317, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts, 15 RBIs in April. He's on pace to get 78 and 167 hits he's on pace for with a 7.7 WAR. Remember, he didn't play the whole season. He missed the first 3 games for Kansas City, but he's doing well. Let's check out the AL leaderboard. Do we have any Bretts on the AL leaderboard? Does not look like he's anywhere. Bobby Witt Jr. is having a season. Man, and Minerva said he wanted to put Brett with Witt. He thought that, like, this was an actual quote from Minerva. He said, I think putting George Brett will bring out the best in Bobby Witt. Well, do you think so? 357 average, already a 2.2 WAR, 7 dingers, 20 RBIs, all over the leaderboard here. Yeah, I would say George has had a good impact on Bobby. Leading in WAR, leading in hits, second in runs, most doubles. Look out, we could have our AL MVP right here. Thank you, Stunt One's Shoes, Senu, Stunt One's Shoes, Stunt One Shoes. Are you a clown? Sorry, it's the first thing I thought of when I read that. Stunt Shoes Clown. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Pop Stongoria has a special treat for you, Stunt Shoes. I was waiting for one more follow here because Pop Stongoria loves to dance. And what does he love to dance to? Good music. Pop Stongoria. Brought to you by Thank you for redeeming your Helm biscuits there. Stunt One's Shoes, please don't leave. Please, I beg of you, please stay. Please. We really do have good content. Really, we do. I hope that didn't scare you off. But if you're a guy that does stunts, you're used to falling a lot. And when I play that song, Boiled Egg falls a lot. He does. He falls off his chair in agony, in pain. Welcome to the Dog Pound Stunt. All right, let's go ahead to the beginning of June. We'll watch the scoreboard here play out. Kansas City still with a lead. Wow, 6-game lead in the Central for the Royals. Oh, it does clear the dance floor because Pop Stongoria and Jeff Steele Flex put on a show. Oh, yeah. Everyone surrounds them on the dance floor and they just watch them go and they clap and they make the little heart. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Boiled Egg. You're right on track with that comment. Okay, here we are, June 1st. Let's take a look at the standings first of all. Minerva's Kansas City Royals are 3 games up on a surprised White Sox team. Remember, these were the real rosters as of April 1st. The only changes I did was added those 2 players. And the White Sox with Jimenez hitting .316, 7-0 for Soroka. Holy smokes. 20 saves for Brebbia. White Soxing, man, that is a surprise. The Royals aren't a surprise. The White Sox, that's a surprise. So on June 1st, you have the Dodgers, you have the Cardinals, you have the Braves leading the NL divisions. In the AL, you've got those Texas Rangers way up. The Blue Jays are the surprise leader in the AL East, and the Kansas City Royals are up by 3. Oh yeah, that I would pay for that tea. You know who would pay for that? Myself and boiled egg. Mind you, I would want to be on the opposite side of the room as I do not want to be in the same room as boiled egg if there's a kiddie dance off. Keep them away. Keep them away in the janitorial room for that one there. If there's ever a convention and any of you guys bring that song, please don't. Please. Convention will be over very quickly. It's like, did a tornado go through this room? No, it was boiled egg. Yeah, boiled egg had a meltdown. Okay, let's go take a look at these players now. Nolan Ryan had 5 wins after April. Where is he? He's come back down to earth, folks. Only 1 win in May. 2 losses, 1 win, so a lot of no decisions for Nolan Ryan on June 1st. 3.75 ERA for George. How's he doing? George Brett. Oh. Bobby Witt Jr., hold my freaking beer. George Brett and his 50I has a 3.7 WAR, 44 ribbies, 13 home runs, on pace for 203 hits, and a 368 average. I think he's deserving of the Hall of Fame. Look at that leaderboard now. First in the American League in average. 3rd in OBP. 1st in WAR. 1st in OPS, 2nd in slugging, 1st in hits, 1st in doubles. He had a month. I'm curious if any of you are George Brett fans and know a lot about him. Like, what month did he typically perform? Did he have a month where he did the best in? If someone can crunch those numbers, I wonder what month his numbers were the best in, because May was really good to George. Now, Bobby Witt Jr. is still up there. He's 2nd in runs. He's 5th in OPS, 3rd in WAR. So look at these statistics for Kansas City. I mean, they're not running away with the division. But George Brett, Bobby Witt, and Kyle all above 300. All right, well, we are going to sim now to the All-Star game. Will George and Nolan make the All-Star game? George will for sure. Nolan, I don't know. What about the pitching stats here? Where's Nolan Ryan? American League. Yeah, Ryan he's blown away in strikeouts. He's got 40 more strikeouts than the person in 2nd place. Look at that. 14 strikeouts, 13 strike. Oh, yeah. Will that be enough to get him Cy Young contention? 136 strikeouts for Nolan Ryan. A K per 9 of 14.6. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he places in the awards. All right, we're going to sim ahead to the All-Star game. Yeah, and I did get your whisper there, Polycarp. Congratulations on winning the random draw there. So I did get your whisper. It may take a few days for the packs to get there because some of the team on OOTP are on vacation this week. So give it, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, but they'll eventually make them to your account. Okay, let's see what the All-Star looks like here. We are getting close. And I don't get any mail because I'm not GMing any team here. So let's take a look at the All-Star game. If George Brett isn't starting, we got a riot. George Brett is starting. He is the leadoff hitter for the American League in the All-Star game. Well, that's good. It's good to see an imported historical player still performs up to his expectations, because sometimes we import these players and they just fall apart. But he has exceeded what I thought he would be doing. Did Nolan Ryan make the squad? He did not. His league-leading strikeout performance does not make the All-Star game. Your American All-Stars: Diaz, Raleigh, Adley, Diaz, Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays, Altuve, Jimenez, George Brett, Devers, Gunnar Henderson, Corey Seager, Bobby Witt Jr. will make it for the Royals, Alvarez, future legend Evan Carter. What a great card that was. Juan Soto, Stanton, 30-year-old Buxton, Louis Robert Jr., Robert, and Julio Rodriguez, your AL All-Stars. All right, well, we're not going to play out the game. We're just going to go to George's first bat here because we want to see his appearance in the All-Star game. He's the leadoff hitter going up against Zach Wheeler. George in the All-Star game. Brought to you by Minerva. And Brett swings through that one. So we saw his first performance as a Royal. He got a double, and in the All-Star game, he gets it started with a single. All right, let's sim the entire game. And the American League will squeak out a 7-6 victory, getting 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to take the World Series as the home team. Trey Turner is your MVP of the World Series, and George Brett will go 2 for 3, 1 RBI, 1 run. So he has a fantastic game. In fact, you could have given him consideration for MVP. Pitching, Holmes will take the win, and Bednar will blow the save for the NL and take the loss. Oh, did I say World Series? Sorry, All-Star game. Yeah, All-Star game. Brent, that is a stacked lineup. Yeah, in 2024, that is a stacked lineup. All right, let's go to the end of the month. As we see Kansas City widening their lead, 6.5 games now. 7 games. Oh, Cleveland has passed Chicago. So Chicago is now under 500 after having a great start. And here we are on August 1st. Kansas City leads the Central with a 64-46 record. Thanks, Chess. That makes one of you. Let's see if there's any more. Pops. Hi, Pops. Hi, Pops. How you doing, Pops? And speaking of, let's see who's listening. We got another request from the community. We got another hound request from Stray. Stray or Stray, however you may pronounce it. He is a fan of Kitty Pop. So we're going to bring you one more time, Who Let the Dogs Out.
Shout out. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Brought to you by Stray 67.
Who let the dogs out?
Thank you, Kenny Elbert, for the follow.
People head up a coach, really wanna skip down. Get back, get back, get back, flea infested mongrel.
And again, this is all to bring the Royals some good fortune. The Royals have been doing well when we've been playing this type of music. So welcome in, Kenny. Pops Dongoria was barking in the chat there. Maybe bring him a little bit of good fortune with his showdown tomorrow night, 5:30 Eastern, right here on Twitch. 93 Giants going up against the 84 Tigers. All right, how's Nolan doing? Nolan Ryan. And you're saying, why is Nolan Ryan on the Royals lap? Because every week on the Matrix, whoever sponsors the Matrix, and if you want to sponsor the Matrix, you have to spend your Hound Biscuits. This one's brought by Minerva. He picked the Hall of Fame player, George Brett, wanted him on the Royals. I picked the TWIPT card, Nolan Ryan, playing on the Royals. In partnership with OOTP and the Hall of Fame, great way to bridge the two together. So Nolan Ryan is 12 and 6, so he had a great month. I don't think he had a loss in the month of July. Leading the league with 100. Are you serious? This can't be right. Chat, do you see his last 5 games strikeouts? 12, 11, 11, 14, and 13. Do you see that? Wow. George Brett. Where is George? There he is. 340 average, 5.6 WAR, 22 home runs. Projected to get 32 home runs, 129 hits, and 28 doubles. And if we look at the stats, is he still number 1? He is in the American League, still has the best average. He has the best, most triples. But Mike Trout is coming on. Mike Trout now is a contender for MVP. In fact, I think right now it goes to Mike Trout. Wyatt Langford having a great season for Texas. Evan Carter having a good season. So it's definitely Brett, Trout. Those are the 3 names I'm seeing the most. Pitching leaders. Let's see if we have any Nolan Ryan. He's number 5 in wins, tied for 3rd, actually. And look at the strikeouts here. August 1st, Nolan Ryan has 254 strikeouts. His career high was 383 was his career high as a 26-year-old. Back in 1989, when this card was based off of, he had 301. So he is definitely on pace for what he did in real life. In real life, he was 16 and 10 with 301 strikeouts. 16 and 10 with 301 strikeouts, and right now he's 12 and 6 with 254 strikeouts. So yeah, this is a really good representation of how he did in real life back in 1989. His statistics are fairly close for those categories. It's time to go to September. Can Kansas City hold on? They're 6.5 up on Cleveland. You can't count Cleveland out. They always tend to sim well. 7 games back, 6 games back. Kansas City 4 games back, 3.5 games back. Kansas City having a little bit of a meltdown there. Still had a good month, but Cleveland had a much better month. All right. We'll put up the statistics here. We'll be back after 2 minutes to finish off the series. Stay tuned. Royals looking to make the playoffs. All right, we are back here with the Matrix series. Again, if you're just tuning in, hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you all to the community. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Like, I seriously mean that. Thank you so much. You guys mean so much to the channel, to the content. You guys provide a lot of the content for me. You provide the laughs, the maybe the anger from time to time. But yeah, it's so fun hanging out with you guys 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Back again tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern for the Community Showdown. All about the community and trying to make things fun for you guys and do some giveaways and all that other kind of stuff. And every once in a while, hopefully pass on some advice for the new players that are trying to get in the game. So looking back on the stats for George Brett, we're on September 1st. George Brett and Nolan Ryan are in the Matrix this week, a Hall of Famer and a TWIPT card. And George Brett, 341 average, 404 OBP, 626 slugging, and a 1.03 OPS. You can see his hit production, again, multiple hit games, lots of times. And I looked at Nolan Ryan over the break and just seeing if he did have a no-hitter or anything like that to kind of celebrate, because he's a guy that could do it. And it looks like Nolan Ryan had a 2-hitter in his last game. He won 1-0 for a 16th win of the season, which ties his win record in 1989, for which this profile was taken from as a 42-year-old. So he's got a little better record than in 1989, where he went 16-10. So he's got a 2-hitter, but I don't think he had a 1-hitter or a no-hitter. Not in the sim anyway. So the Kansas City Royals are 4.5 games up with a month to go. Your leaders in the NL are the Dodgers, who've pretty much clinched over the Giants. The Reds, the Cardinals, and the Cubs are all tied for the NL East lead. And 1 game back are your Milwaukee Brewers, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are only 3.5 back. So Pittsburgh, 7 back of a wild card, but 3.5 back of the division lead. What a division that is. That is a fight going on there. In the East, it's the Braves with a 4.5 game lead over the Mets. And in the AL, look at that, your Toronto Blue Jays, 10 games up on the Red Sox. So they're close to clinching. The Rangers are close to clinching, 9 up on the Astros. And the Kansas City Royals still have a little work to do, 4.5 up. So we're going to go week by week just to see if Kansas City makes it interesting. Let's sum up to September the 9th. Kansas City, 4.5 up. Oh, guys, I've never seen this before. This late in the season simming. Look at that NL Central. 4 teams with a 68 or with a 476 win percentage. And they're all kind of 500 in the last 10 games. Reds, Brewers, Cardinals, and Cubs. What a division, Stormhound. I agree. And the Pirates are only 3 back. I have never seen that before. I've seen 2 or 3 teams tied this late, but not 4. Wow. Scary thing is that only one of these teams is going to go to the playoffs, and they all have below 500 records. So the Braves, the Dodgers, and they're going to have to play one of the wild card teams. So they're going to have to play a team. You're going to win your division and play a team with a much better record than you do. You have probably the Diamondbacks. All right, let's go ahead one more week to the middle of the month. Royals 6 games up. They have not clinched yet. Toronto has clinched. Texas has clinched. The Braves have clinched. And still pretty tight in the NL Central. Yeah, the scary thing is one of those teams will go to the playoffs. Yeah. Well, you know, Chicago and St. Louis, if they can get to 500, it'll be a little more respectable. Giants hanging on to a wild card barely over the Diamondbacks. With a couple weeks to go, let's take a look at our Kansas City Royals. Nolan Ryan, 1 game short of 20. So I know one of the categories in the contest was up to 19 wins. That was the most popular choice. He's 1 win away from getting into that 20-win range. 19-6, 3.27 ERA. George Brett. Let's take a look at him. Still on fire. 8 WAR for George Brett. He'll get close to the 200 hit mark. He'll be in that 30 home run range because he's got 30 right now and 111 RBIs. The question is he the AL MVP? When you look at these stats here, I would say the edge goes to George Brett, wouldn't you? You know, his closest competitor might be Bobby Witt Jr. Mike Trout has fallen off. So based on what I'm seeing, I think it's George Brett's MVP season. Yes, we will not ask about that. Was that I wonder what year that happened. This is his 1980 year, so this was before he had that incident. All right, one more week. Kansas City is now officially clinched. So on September the 22nd, the Kansas City Royals have clinched the AL Central. They will go to the playoffs. So if you predicted them in the playoffs, you got that question right. I think that was the first question. In the NL Central, still pretty close. Cubs have taken the lead. They are 500 now. Good. Cardinals, Brewers 1 game back. The Reds almost out of it with 5 games to go. All right, let's finish off the week. Cubs, Cardinals, Brewers, 3-way tie. Look at that. 162 games have been played, and it's either going to be the Brewers, Cubs, or Cardinals. I think the Reds need a lot of help. Brewers, Cubs, or Cardinals, and do they play each other? Cubs, they will play. Oh, they're done. I guess it's only 162 games. Oh, yeah, it is. I was thinking it was 164. So we're going to have a little bit of extra baseball there. Dodgers 1 game short of 100. The Texas Rangers are your best team in baseball, winning record-wise with 101 wins. So let's finish off the season. The season is over. Let's finish today. And what do we got? We got the playoff set, folks. Here are your 2024 playoffs using real rosters. The only change was adding George Brett and Nolan Ryan. In the NL, the wild card Philadelphia Phillies will take on the New York Mets. The San Francisco Giants will take on the Milwaukee Brewers. So it will be the Brewers that won the NL Central. Yep. I wonder how it went down. Milwaukee. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the game decided the tiebreaker, but it doesn't look like they had to play each other. They just gave it to Milwaukee. Weird. I thought they'd have to go to some extra baseball there. But again, I didn't change any settings. I used whatever settings OOTP had. All right. In the AL wild card, Houston Astros will play the Cleveland Guardians, and the Boston Red Sox will take on a wild card George Brett, Nolan Ryan team in the wild card. The Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Braves, and Dodgers will await the winners. All right, playoff coverage. We're not going to go in game unless the Royals kind of move on. So we'll focus on that Royals series. Game number 1 in Kansas City. It's going to be Singer against Pivetta. And the Boston Red Sox will win 8-4. Now, Nolan Ryan is scheduled to pitch game 3 because he's tired. So the Kansas City Royals did not manage his late season performance very well. They could have had him as the number 1 starter, but OOTP AI did not favor that. All right, game number 2, Seth Lugo against Garrett Whitlock. Is Kansas City going to be eliminated from the playoffs? They will win 9-7. So you know what that means? That means Nolan Ryan will pitch game number 3. Maybe it worked out. Maybe you want Nolan Ryan for game number 3. So Nolan Ryan with a 22-6 record is going up against the Boston Red Sox and Garrett Whitlock with a 12-13 record. And again, we're not going to sim it all out. We'll go late in the game and see if it's close. Nolan Ryan on the mound. 0-0 after the first inning. It is scoreless. 1 hit for Kansas City after 2. Again, 1 hit after 3 innings. Ryan with 3 strikeouts. Whitlock with 6 strikeouts. It is 0-0 after 4 in game 3 of the wild card. Winner advances to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Kansas City will score 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Breathe easy, Royal fans. Did George Brett come through in the top of the 5th? Nothing for Boston. Bottom of the 5th, Renfroe will double, and Michael Massey with a 2-run home run. I don't know this player, Royals fans, but he came through for you for now anyway. 2-run shot for Massey. And Nolan Ryan is out of the game, folks. He pitched his 5 innings. He probably wasn't completely rested, and Chris Stratton will come in relief. And Boston did not get a hit off Nolan Ryan. If you can see in the top scoreboard here, there's a bunch of zeros. So what a decision to bring out Nolan Ryan. I wonder if we can see that here. 5 innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. And it doesn't show his fatigue. All right, well, it's up to Chris Stratton now. And after 6 innings, it is 0-0. Will Smith now in the game. Top of 7. Still a 2-0 game. And the 4th pitcher in for Kansas City. Look at those zeros, folks. Carlos Hernandez in the game for Kansas City in the top of the 8th. We head to the 9th in the playoffs. Wild card, John Schreiber. Oh, I've never seen this either before. The 5th pitcher for Kansas City. Look at that scoreboard. Look at that box score. Wow. Dr. D, if you're in listening range, that time that I gave you, still about 15 minutes away. So if you want to boot up in 15 minutes, we'll bring the crew over. But we've got some exciting George Brett action here. George Brett is 1 for 3. Nolan Ryan pitched a great performance. 6th pitcher. Let's play it out here. Top of the 9th. Can John Schreiber lock it down? Tyler O'Neill short, over to first for the first out of the inning. One away for Abreu. Up against Schreiber. And that is a strikeout for John Schreiber. The second out of the ninth inning. The question is, will this be a Dave Stieb moment? I have never witnessed a no-hitter in OOTP in the highlights. It's up to the pinch hitter, Valdez. Dave Stieb gave up a 2-out hit to the New York Yankees number 8 or 9 hitter. Do we have a repeat here? What do you guys think, chat? 1 for no hitter, 2 for a hit. What do you think? What's going to happen? 1 for a no hitter, 2 for a hit. Yeah, Beck Dog. Stieb did that a few times. Sometimes there was 1 out, sometimes there were 2 out. He finally did get his no hitter, but not till 1991, I think. All right, you guys are calling the no hitter. In the Matrix, Boiled Egg is calling hit to center field, drop ball, error, but a throw out at first. Minerva, this one's for you, buddy. That one. Oh, the second base. Oh, no. Is it an error or a hit? Oh, it is an infield single. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, almost a spectacular grab by the second baseman. And John Schreiber cannot lock it down, and we have a Dave Stieb moment.
Plus.
It's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt.
All right. John Schreiber walks the next batter. Tying run at first base. This can't happen. This can't happen. The Royals were up 2-0, and now the bases are loaded. For Yoshida, the DH, hitting 308. That one is driven into left field. 1 run comes in. The second run is going to score. And just like that, it is a 2-2 game. Oh, Kansas City gets out of it. But they give 2 runs, 2 outs, a no-hitter. So we're going to go half inning by half inning. Boston will score 1 in the top of the 10th to take the lead. Kenley Jansen on to close it out. Well, Royals, you got the leadoff runner on. You're down by 1, and you got a guy on second base. You should be able to cash in, Royals fans. Fly. Oh, you get a little bit of ball fortune there as the third baseman drops that easy out. Blanco moves the runner over to third. They get the runner out at first, 1 away. Velasquez can tie the game, and he will with a base hit to left field. All right, George Brett can walk this off, and George Brett, stolen base, has a runner in scoring position. George Brett. Oh, a balk. No, an intentional walk. Okay, good decision there. The AI made a good decision. Jansen, look at his rating here in the red. Look at his marker. He is extremely tired. Bobby Witt Jr. can be the hero. One away, and he strikes out. Oh no. Salvador Perez, can we have the Salvi splash? That one's lifted into center field, and that's going to be caught for the third out of the inning. Man, oh man, oh man, we are going extras again. Top of the 11th, nothing for Boston. Bottom of the 11th, nothing for KC. We go to the 12th. Boston cannot score. Bottom of the 12th. KC cannot score. We're going 13. Boston gets a hit, their fourth hit of the game. Cutter Crawford in the game. We got to do it. We got to do it. I feel something coming for Kansas City. Bobby Witt Jr. robbed of a hit. Salvador Perez. Do we got a home run in you, Salvi? Deep to center field, and that gets over the center fielder's head. Salvi's going to round first. He's going to head to second with the double. And Kansas City, once again, has a chance to win this. Runner on second base with one out. And MJ at the plate. Over to first. Moves a runner to third. Pass ball. Wild pitch. Base hit. Michael Massey at the plate. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the 14th. Kansas City, Boston, tied up 3. We'll finish off the game. We'll finish off the playoffs after the break. Dr. Dynastic, it might be quarter to the hour. Did not expect this game to go 14. So we'll be back in 2 minutes' time. We are back to finish off the playoffs here, and who would have thunk that we have a series going on? Game number 3 of the wild card. Winner goes on to face the Blue Jays. Winner or loser goes home, and it is 3-3 in the top of the 14th inning. Boston does not get anything going. We go to the bottom of the 14th. Bottom half of the order up for Kansas City. Strikeout for out number 1. Number 9 hitter, center fielder, up to the plate. He drives that one into right field. That one's going to go to the wall. And the Kansas City Royals again have a runner on second base. Make that third base with one away here. All right. This could be it, folks. Bottom of the 14th inning. Cutter Crawford getting tired. Blanco at the plate, the leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch. That one goes into center field, and Minerva and his Kansas City Royals have walked it off here in 14 innings. Wow. Woo. That definitely was a close one. And if you missed it, Kansas City was up 2-0 with 2 outs in the ninth, a no-hitter for 6 different pitchers for Kansas City. And Boston scored 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth to tie it, and so they had to go to 14. What a game, what a game. Nolan Ryan is your player of the game. 5 hitless innings to start things off, and then hitless for Stratton, Smith, Waka, Hernandez. Schreiber 1 out away from a no-hitter and could not get it done. So Kansas City will advance and they will take on the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we're just going to fast sim some of this now, as the Hound has to get going here. So here are your division series matchups. Texas will play Cleveland. Kansas City will play the Blue Jays. Dodgers, Mets, and the Giants are going to take on the Braves. Are we on game 1 yet? We are. So let's take a look at the Kansas City bullpen here. Yep. They're in tough against the rested Blue Jays team. They are tired about their hitters. Not as bad. Hitters are okay. Well, let's go see if Minerva's Kansas City Royals can take this. Game number 1, DeGrom against Williams, and oops, it's not going to be that. It's going to be Singer against Gaussman, and George Brett with a home run leads the way as Kansas City wins game 1 4-2. Game 2 in Toronto, Waka against Chad Green. And Toronto will come back with a 6-1 victory. Okay. Next up, we head to Kansas City, tied at 1. And it's going to be Berrios against Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan, again, looking to do something magical here from his 1989 year. Kansas City will win 3-1. Ryan does not get the victory. He goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, and he is the player of the game. George Brett will go 1 for 3 with an RBI. All right, game 4, possible clinching game for Kansas City. Francis against Lugo. And Kansas City will advance to the Final Four. Minerva's Kansas City Royals. Redemption. Well done as they take game 4 against the Blue Jays. Lugo with the win. George Brett is your player of the game. He goes 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, a couple runs, and 2 dingers. It's a home run in the 4th inning, or in the 1st inning, and a home run in the 7th inning, both off of Francis. Bowden Francis gives up 2 home runs to George Brett. Wow. Okay, well, that means now we got to find out who Kansas City is going to be playing. Looks like Cleveland. Looks like we're going to have the Cleveland Guardians playing the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Dodgers up against the Atlanta Braves. 3 of these teams I could see being where they are. Kansas City, didn't expect that. Mind you, some of you did with George Brett, Nolan Ryan. Okay, game 1 is ready. Bieber against Nolan Ryan in game 1. And the Cleveland Guardians will win 3-2. It goes extra. It goes 12 innings. Cleveland only gets 8 hits. In fact, Nolan Ryan gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts. He is your player of the game. But Cleveland takes game 1. Very good point, Cornelius. The 85 Royals and 15 Royals both took out the Blue Jays en route to titles. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, game number 2 goes to the Cleveland Guardians. 15-3 is the magical Cinderella run over for Kansas City. They're probably pretty tired now, and Cleveland always sims well. I told you guys, Cleveland sims well when they were like 8 games back, and now they're proving it. Dodgers down 1 game to the Braves. We head to Cleveland. So Kansas City loses both games at home. We head to Cleveland now. Brady Singer against Gavin Williams. And this one goes to Kansas City 6-5, scoring 1 run in the top of the 9th. So Brady Singer, your player of the game, 5 hits, 1 earned run in his 6 innings of work. Okay, George Brett, 1 for 4, 3 RBIs. In fact, he had a home run, a 2-run shot back in the first inning. So George Brett in the playoffs hitting 278 so far. Okay, Kansas City down 2 games to 1. And now they're down 3 games to 1. The Cleveland Guardians will take game number 4, and that is going to be tough to recover from. George Brett goes 2 for 4 in a losing cause. In Cleveland, Nolan Ryan back on the mound against Shane Bieber. We're just going to fast sim it. And Cleveland will advance. Kansas City, you gave it a good run, but the Cleveland Guardians on the back of great pitching, Shane Bieber 3-0 in the playoffs, will eliminate Kansas City from a World Series shot. Let's find out who wins the World Series. It's going to be Cleveland going up against the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers come back from being down 3 games to 1. The Dodgers win game 5, 6, and 7. So it's the Dodgers Guardians. Let's find out our winner. Tied at 1, tied at 2. Cleveland up 3 games to 2. As the game gives the victory to your Los Angeles Dodgers. Mookie Betts is your World Series MVP. Congratulations, Dodgers. You came back 3-1 in the league championship against the Braves, and you came back 3-2 against the Cleveland Guardians. So the Dodgers did what they don't do often in this game. They win the World Series. All right, we're almost done here, guys. We're going to go and take a look at our award winners, and then we're going to present the winner of the Matrix giveaway. First of all, we got to record some numbers here. In fact, let's look at the award winners first. League history index, awards. In the National League, first of all, the 2024 MVP was Ohtani, his 3rd time MVP. Spencer Strider is your Cy Young winner, 21-5, and Yamamoto is your Rookie of the Year, 21-9 for the Dodgers. Edwin Diaz will take home the Reliever of the Year award, 41 saves and a 2.9 WAR. In the American League, your MVP is George Brett. All right, George Brett is your MVP for the American League. Give it up for the mullet. .360 average, 34 home runs. I got to write some of these down. 34 home runs. He had 206 hits, a 9.4 WAR for George Brett. What a season. Your Cy Young winner is Nolan Ryan. All right. Well, we got to give it up for Nolan Ryan, too. He finishes the year going 22-6. Just writing some of these numbers down. So 22-6 wins, a 6.3 WAR, and he finishes with 371 strikeouts. 371. And back when this card was created in 1989, he had 301. So he has not broken his career best. His career best was 383. So he came within 8 strikeouts of besting that. So congratulations, Nolan Ryan, Cy Young winner. Your Rookie of the Year is Wyatt Langford from the Texas Rangers, and Tanner Banks is your reliever of the year for the White Sox. Well, that was a fantastic finish there, guys. Great performances in the Matrix by George Brett and Nolan Ryan. Took the team to the semifinals and pitched tremendously well, hit tremendously well. 33 starts and 371 Ks. You couldn't ask much more from Nolan. Didn't quite probably have the stamina. His record would even be better if he wasn't as old. All right, let's create our filter. Let's zoom in. Question number 1, will the team Matrix make the playoffs? Yes, they did. They were in the playoffs. How many regular season wins did they have? Let me go back and check. We'll make it transparent here just so you guys know I'm showing you the real details. Kansas City, 95 wins. 95 wins. So that's 91 to 109. Next up will be home run total for George Brett. You guys remember what George hit? I think it was 34. So that makes it 20 to 34. One shy of that next category. A lot of people left. Next up, how many regular season wins for Nolan Ryan? Well, you guys saw it, right? Nolan Ryan had, I think it was 22. Just double check. Pretty sure it was 22. It was more than 20. It was 22. 22 wins, 6 losses for Nolan Ryan. There were some people that guessed 20 to 24. Down to 3. J-Fan, Mewtwo, and the real Teddy O had faith in Nolan Ryan with 20 plus wins. All right, we go to the next question. Will they win the World or will they appear in the World Series? Everyone got that one right. And the tiebreaker without going over. The War of Nolan Ryan. Well, one more time to be transparent. Nolan Ryan for the Kansas City Royals. Finished the regular season with a 6.3 WAR. See it on the far right-hand side there. 6.3 WAR for Nolan Ryan. Let's go to the sheet. Without going over. Oh, everyone went over. So now we got to go to the second tiebreaker. All 3 teams are still in it. And that was how many hits? I believe. How many regular season hits by George Brett? Well, I don't think they're all going to go over on this one because George Brett had a season. Once again, for transparency, let's take a look at his hits. 200 and something. 206 hits for George Brett. Ooh, who will it be? Who guessed closest to 206? Will it be Mewtwo, J-Fan, or Teddy O? Closest without going over. Oh, J-Fan, you were one hit away, but you went over. So congratulations go out to our Matrix winner today. What a battle it was, but the real Teddy O is our winner today. Give it up for the real Teddy
Winner.
O. Fantastic. He was almost perfect. He went, he got everything right except for he went over on Nolan Ryan's war. So good stuff. All right, Teddy O, I'll make sure those 10 packs get sent to that username account there. The last thing we have to check on before we raid over to Dr. Dynastic is our bounty. We'll check in to see if D-Block took me out or if I happen to advance to the final. I'm sure the tournament is over right now, but without any spoilers, let's go see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. We have two random pack winners. We have our Matrix winner, and we have our bounty winner. Do we? Do we? Come on, game. Where are you? I know you're here. Well, based on the fact I'm playing San Diego and not D-Block, I advanced to the final. And we are one game away. So there may be no bounty winner. Because if I win, the bounty does not get claimed. The San Diego Jackalopes and T. Davis. T. Davis, are you still in the chat, my friend? Because it is the final. I said from the beginning, I'm going to work on this team. I'm going to do my best to make it to the semis. We did it, folks. We made it to the semis. And let's check out the team statistics. Base running. 238 successful, 131. If my mathematician is still here, what's the success rate for stolen bases? 238, 131 caught. League leader is San Diego with 34. Wow. All right, one more game to go. Well, before we look at that, I want to go on and go to my closing screen. Guys, there's an imposter in my league. There's an imposter. You see my Rocky Mountain Gladiators at the bottom in the north, in the NC West. Look at the NC East. There's a team called the Toronto Steebs.
Winner.
What is up with that? I don't know who that manager is, but I applaud you. Naming your team the Toronto Steebs. What a matrix day it has been. The cowboy hat is coming off. Thank you for whoever sponsored that. Thank you guys for your support. Thanks for the follows. Thanks. Did anyone re-up the sub today? I don't think so. I don't think we had a re-up sub day today. Nope. But thank you to all my subscribers over the last month, years. And be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Do what you can. Take what you need. Give what you can. Tough world out there. Many people need your support. Again, even if it's as simple as a smile. It is a great day for baseball. Great day. We're going to raid over to Dr. Dynastic. I'm going to stay on for 3 minutes just to look at the result of the bounty. So if you want to come back and take a look at game number 5, but let's head you guys over there. Again, hope to see you tomorrow. Community showdown. The 93 Giants are going up against the 84 Tigers, and the 98 Padres will be hosting the 06 Cardinals. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. You guys are amazing. You really are. We'll see you next episode.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Oh, well, isn't it a pity? And every year has its share of tears, but every now and then it's gonna rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.